Someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mike Beek Field in beautiful McAlester, Oklahoma. Buffalo's Brandon Green, as we have a little bit of a hiccup right here. Let's go ahead and let's change this up real fast. It's hooked up there. There we go. We're good on YouTube now. Again, we had a little bit of an audio issue there, but we're back in control. Hey, we have the final game of the McAlester Shootout for day one as your McAlester Buffaloes are set to face off against the Antlers Bearcats. Again, this is your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, broadcasting on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAlsterRadio.com, on the KNED app, and video streaming on our YouTube page at McAlester Radio. Just type that into the search bar. You'll be able to find it. All right, we're about to have our game between these two teams, the Antlers Bearcats and your McAlester Buffaloes. This will be Antlers' first game of the tournament, and for McAlester, it'll be their second, as they lost earlier today 9-7 against Worcester, as Worcester used a 7-run top of the sixth inning to take that 9-7 win over the McAlester Buffaloes. Let's go ahead and let's look at the Antlers Bearcats and their lineup 1 through 9. It looks like this, the visiting team on the scoreboard at 15-7 on the year. They are ranked second in District 3A8. They have one ranked win over A number 17 Caddo, in which they won 7-5. They're 1-3 against ranked teams. They are 2-A against 4A, 2-0 against 4A. They have not played a 5A or 6A opponent yet. McAlester is the first one. Those two wins that they had against 4A opponents were against Plainview, in which they won 11-2, and Seminole, in which they won 5-0. The Bearcats, led by head coach Chris Gibbs, 1 through 9 looks like this. Leading it off, the shortstop, number 19, Creed Jones. Jones at short. Batting second, the second baseman, number 3, Timmy Paredes. Paredes at second. Batting third, the left fielder, number 5, Isaac McNutt. McNutt in left field. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, number 13, Dakota Williams. Williams in center. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 14, Cooper Johnson. Johnson at the hot corner. Batting sixth, and on the mound today for the Bearcats, number 10, Garrett Brame. Brame on the mound. Batting seventh and catching today, number 1, Zach Brame. Brame behind home plate. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 7, Ryan Taylor. Taylor at first. And batting ninth and rounding out the starting 9 for the Bearcats, right fielder, number 11, Luke Tabor. Tabor over in right field. For the Bearcats, looks like they're wearing blue baseball pants here today. They're wearing their pinstripe unis on the top. Looks like they're blue pinstripes along it, and they have an Atlanta Braves-style logo. It's a blue A that's along the chest and a blue cap as well with the white Braves A on the front. Again, numerals on the back only, and that's in blue as well. 1 through 9 for your McAlester Buffaloes, 15-15 on the year, led by head coach Justin Mullins. Looks like this. Leading it off, the center fielder, number 3, Leighton Bass. Bass in center. Batting second, the second baseman, number 8, Trent Boatwright. Boatwright at second. Batting third and DHing today, number 7, Ethan Gillespie. Gillespie, the designated hitter for the catcher, number 14, Braden Phillips. Phillips behind home plate. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 24, Gage Mullins. Mullins at first. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 1, Gage Dollins, as McAlester takes the field. Dollins at short. Batting sixth and playing right field today, number 4, Zach Freestad. Freestad in right. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 2, Bryson Martin. Martin in left field. Batting eighth and playing the hot corner, the third baseman, number 5, Caden Lesnow. Lesnow at third. And rounding out the starting 9 on the bump today for the Buffaloes, the pitcher, number 6, Gannon Mullins. Mullins on the mound. So as McAlester takes the field, they're wearing their same uniforms that they had in the 11 o'clock game against Worcester. They're wearing the black caps with the gold interlocking MB on the front. They're wearing black jerseys as well with the gold numerals on the front and back. Gold interlocking MB along the chest as well with the gold and white pipings along the sleeves and around the V-neck design. And they're also wearing their pinstripe pants here today as well. So we were video streaming on Facebook earlier today. Since we kind of went a little bit late and it was already pre-programmed in, Facebook didn't let us go live, so we are just video streaming on YouTube. Keep that in mind if you're trying to find out where the stream is at. Just go to YouTube, youtube.com, type in McAlester Radio in your search bar. You'll be able to find it that way if you're wanting to video stream. We're about to have first pitch. It's brought to you by Big V Feed Center in McAlester. They're always your best bet for your feeding program for all of your animals. Springtime is baby chick and gardening time. See us for your poultry and gardening needs. So again, around the diamond, defensively, it looks like this for the black and gold. Gage Mullins at first, Trent Boatwright at second, Gage Dollins at short, Caden Lesnow at third. In the outfield, Bryson Martin in left, Leighton Bass in center, Zach Freestad in right, and the battery today for McAlester. Braden Phillips behind home plate, and Gannon Mullins on the mound. Mullins 2-2 on the year, 18 2/3 innings pitched,
a 5.25 ERA. He has struck out 12, walked 22, but his batting average against him, people are having a hard time hitting against the righty sophomore. 157 collectively against Gannon Mullins, and he has a no-hitter, 7-inning no-hitter under his belt as he took down Inola earlier in the shootout at the Fort. That game was in Verdigris, though, in just frigid conditions. He'll face Creed Jones to get us started off. Righty-on-righty matchup. Jones is ready in the right-handed box. Mullins is ready. He kicks, delivers. First pitch upstairs, ball one. And it's baseball time here in the Heartland, as it is the beginning of the final game of day one of the McAlester Shootout. We'll recap some more of our games that we had earlier today as the next pitch skips down low for ball two. So McAlester lost 9-7 to Worcester in the opening game. The Muskogee Ruffers took down the Poto Pirates. I believe that final score was 15-9. Excuse me, I was wrong on that. Here's a pop-up. Straight up the chute. Mullins calls everyone off, gets underneath it, and Gannon makes the catch for out number one. It was actually 17-9 was the final score between Muskogee and Poto. Muskogee won that one. And in the previous game, McAlester JV defeated Wilburton Varsity in a final score of 9-7 in 7 innings. So Timmy Paredes comes up, the second baseman, number 3, righty-on-righty matchup. As Mullins comes set and delivers. First pitch to Paredes is a called strike at the letters. Strike one, really letter, as again it's that Atlanta Braves A logo that's around the chest area, the heart area of the jersey. Count is 0-1. The pitch from Mullins will cross the knees, and that'll be strike two. Mullins way ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The 2-hole batter, second baseman, number 3, Timmy Paredes. Mullins comes set and delivers the 0-2. A curveball that just did not leave the hand right of Mullins. He kind of taps the chest, tells Braden Phillips behind home plate, my bad. And the count moves to 1-2. Again, one down for the Bearcats here in the top of the first inning, with no scorers who just got started not too long ago. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him on the fastball right by him. And that'll be 2 down as the Buffaloes sit him down, throw it around. And it'll bring up Isaac McNutt, the left fielder, number 5. So Mullins records his 13th strikeout of the year, first on the day for the Buffs, as that'll bring up to the plate, again, Isaac McNutt. McNutt, the 3-hole batter, he'll be the lefty here today. Or at least one of them. We know that for sure. Mullins comes set. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch is going to hit him right on the hip, and that will send McNutt over to first base on the first pitch that he sees, which will bring Dakota Williams up.
Up to the plate, the center fielder,
so
13.
Dakota Williams is the cleanup hitter, center fielder number 13. Runner at first is Isaac McNutt for the Bearcats. First pitch. Line drive to the shortstop. Dollins grabs it before he can hit the turf, and that'll be out number 3. So a hit by pitch doesn't come back to hurt McAlester. The Bearcats send up 4 batters. They flew out to the pitcher, struck out swinging, was hit by a pitch, and a lined out to short. Sends us to the bottom of the first. No score here on KNED.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
Welcome back to Mike Deke Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. The Bearcats put up 4 batters to the plate but could not score after a 2-out hit by pitch, and they'll send up at the top of the order for the Buffaloes. We'll look at the defensive alignment for the Antlers Bearcats in just a moment, but it'll be the 3 batters up at the top of the lineup: Leighton Bass, Trent Boatwright, and Ethan Gillespie for the black and gold.
Leading off for the Buffaloes.
Looking around the diamond, you got Taylor at first, Paredes at second, Jones at short, Johnson at third. As it looks like Brame is ready. Bass not quite. He'll dig into the box. Righty on lefty matchup as Garrett Brame is the pitcher today for the Bearcats. First pitch, below the knees, fastball, ball 1. McNutt in left field, Williams in center, Tabor over in right. And the battery for today for the Bearcats is Brame and Brame. The 1-0 will miss upstairs and inside, ball 2. Sounds like a buddy cop film. Brame and Brame, I like that. Again, catcher Zach Brame and pitcher Garrett Brame. Here's the windup and the 2-0. It'll be called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, don't know if they're brothers or cousins or related in any way, shape, or form, but if they're brothers, that's got to be a pretty cool feeling as the 2-1 will skip in the turf to move the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count here for Leighton Bass. Trying to get the leadoff base runner on as Brame winds up and delivers the 3-1. There'll be a fastball catching the inside corner, and the count moves to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bass went 2 for 4 in the previous game against the Worcester Wildcats, including a opening frame triple. The 3-2 will miss low and inside, and this time he'll settle for a walk. That'll put him over at first base for Trent Boatwright. Boatwright had a sac fly for an RBI. He also walked, struck out looking, and flew out to left field. Went 0 for 2 with a ribby for the Buffaloes. He's got Bass over at first base, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, no score just yet. Brame delivers. Bass takes off for second. The pitch is high. The throw down to second is into the outfield. Bass thought about charging towards third and will retreat back to the bag. So the count is 1 ball, no strikes here for Boatwright, who is showing bunt to be able to move his runner over anyway. But Bass says, don't have to risk the out right now. So will Boatwright keep the bunt on maybe to move his runner over to third? Doesn't show it. The 1-0 will miss upstairs as well. And Boatwright goes ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. McAlester 15-15, right even at 500. As here comes the 2-0. Curveball that he checked at, missed upstairs, did not go around. Count moves to 3-0. McAlester Buffaloes are on a 4-game losing streak right now. They have not lost 5 in a row this year. Trying to prevent that here against the second-ranked team in 3A, number 8, the Antlers Bearcats. As Boatwright works a 4-pitch walk to put runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. And we'll have an early mound visit. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be right back. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
Best Western Inn of McAlester. Traveling through McAlester or need accommodations for out-of-town guests? Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are both locally owned by the Freestead family for many years. Both offer comfort and convenience at affordable prices. Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are located on the 69 Bypass in McAlester.
So we're ending up the mound visit right here for the Antlers Bearcats. There are runners at first and second after back-to-back walks here from the pitcher Garrett Brame. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. Buffaloes will send up to the plate Ethan Gillespie, and this will be the first at-bat, I guess the second at-bat, as Boatwright had a couple of pitches with Leighton Bass over at second. With runners in scoring position, that's what McAllister's wanting to change here, as during their 4-game losing streak, they've been struggling with runners in scoring. Pick off over to second. Bass is safe. During this 4-game losing streak, McAlester 4 for 32, batting 125 with runners in scoring. On the season, they're batting 333, so they're wanting to get back to that average. First pitch to Gillespie will skip in the turf, and that'll be ball 1. And McAllister's chance start beginning over in the dugout, as it has been 6 straight balls here from Brame, as the 1-0 will skip in the turf. Trying to take third is Bass. The throw to third is, they're going to say in time. So the first out of the bottom of the first inning is going to be Bass, who tried taking third on a ball that went in the turf but didn't get too far away from the catcher, Brame. Boatwright does advance over into scoring position to second base. The count, though, is 2-0 here on Ethan Gillespie. Here's the pitch. Line drive up the middle. That one will get into the outfield and roll all the way towards the fence. Boatwright will round third and score easily. Gillespie rounding second, trying to get a triple out of it. Throw hits the cutoff man, and that will be easy like Sunday morning for Ethan Gillespie. RBI triple puts the Buffaloes up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, on this turf field, it just rolls all the way once it gets on the grass, or at least the turf, once it hits the floor. And that helped Gillespie reach third. Gage Mullins will come up. First pitch to him, catching the outside corner. Strike 1. 1 down, bottom of the first. Buffaloes are leading 1-0 after the RBI triple here by Ethan Gillespie. The 0-1 will be a curveball missing up above the letter. I guess they're 2 letters. MB interlocking. Count moves to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming set, Brame quickly delivers the pitch. The 1-1 will skip in the turf. Good job by Brame on the other end, Zach Brame. He's a wall, stays in front of it, keeps Gillespie at third base. It's really tough to score on a pass ball or a wild pitch here because it's a short backstop to begin with, but there's also no padding on that backstop. As the 2-1 will be cut on and missed for strike 2. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brame working out the stretch with the runner at third and delivers the 2-2. This will hit him. Curveball hits him on the leg, and that'll be a third free pass given up here by Garrett Brame and put runners at the corners for the Buffaloes. Shortstop number 1, Gage Dollins, digs into the box. With righty up, the switch hitter will bat left. Dollins went 1 for 3 in the previous game against the Wildcats of Worcester. Try saying that 5 times fast. He walked, singled, struck out swinging, and grounded out to the shortstop. He's got Mullins at first and Gillespie at third, and he pops this one over to the foul territory where the left fielder's already playing left, and he can't track it down. It ends up popping into the McAlester bullpen, and Dollins will make his way back over to home plate. At the left fielder, McNutt was already playing a little bit close to the line. He read it well off the bat as well, but wasn't able to track it down and make the catch. So Dollins lives to fight another pitch. He's just behind in the count, 0-1. Outfield playing in with the wind slightly blowing out to the left field foul pole. Runner takes off for second. The pitch is going to be fouled off by Dollins at the plate, and Mullins will go back to first base, and Dollins falls behind in the count, 0-2. Weather out here in McAlester, 81 degrees, and it's dropping by the minute. By the end of this game, it could reach 75. Wind blowing at about 11 miles per hour. Mullins took off the last pitch. He'll take off again, the 0-2. Pop up, left field. Over towards McNutt. He nearly overran it, but he makes the catch. Tagging up from third will be Gillespie, and that'll be a sac fly here for Gage Dollins. He nearly overran it, but McNutt was able to track it down and make the grab, and that brings up Zach Freestad as the Buffaloes take a 2-0 lead. Mullins had to retreat back over to first base. Freestad had only 1 official at bat in the previous game, went 1 for 1 with an RBI, and that came with the bases loaded as he walked. He also hit a single in his only at bat. First pitch to Freestad, misses, ball 1. Freestad batting .284 on the season, .420 on base percentage. He's got 17 RBIs. He's got Mullins over at first base. 2 down, bottom of the first. Brame takes a look over at first base. And the next pitch will be down low outside. Throw down over to second as Mullins takes off late. Is not going to be in time. It wasn't really a delayed steal, but it also I guess it kind of was a little bit of a delayed steal there by Mullins, and it was able to work. Gets him over into scoring position for Freestad, who is batting .294 with runners in scoring. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Brame delivers. It'll miss up above the interlocking MB. Count moves to 3-0. And by the way, we do have a spring game going on. Oklahoma Sooners, their football team is going to be playing in the spring game on Saturday at 3 as the next pitch fills the zone for strike one. Now, I wouldn't be saying this if our own color commentator for football, McAlester football, Philip Jewell, wasn't partaking in their hot dog eating contest. As here comes the 3-1, Freestad will watch it miss outside, and he'll take ball 4. So he'll go over to first base on the 4th free pass of the inning given up by Garrett Brame, and that'll bring up Bryson Martin. But yeah, you get selected to partake in these hot dog eating contests, and Philip Jewell Jr. is going to be chugging down hot dogs to see if he can win in front of the Gaylord Memorial, in front of a bunch of different OU fans. Pickoff over to second, sliding in safely is Mullins. Buffaloes lead 2-0 bottom of the first inning. He said it'll be Facebook Live, so we're going to see if we can steal that video and put it on our McAlester Radio Facebook page. Runners at first and second. You know you can pull that mic down if you want to talk a little bit, Christy. As this one's going to be a line drive, deep left center field. That one's going to land, and that one's going to drive in 2 runs. Mullins scores easily. Freestad rounds third. He's going to score, and Martin just keeps on driving in runs. That's his 3rd double of the day, and that is his 4th and 5th RBIs of the day. 2 RBI double by Bryson Martin, and since he has come back from injury, we were mentioning this, he has gone 7 for 11 with 6 RBIs. Just this week. So he's over at second base. Buffaloes take a 4-0 lead after the 2 RBI double by Bryson Martin, who just continues to stay hot. And Caden Lesnow comes up to the dish. Lesnow trying to keep it going. First pitch to Caden. He fouls this one back into the glove. It pops in, pops out of the glove of Zach Brame, and that'll be strike 1. And Coach Mullins saying we need a line drive, ground ball, put it in play, because when you put it in play, good things happen. Lesnow, again, is going through a little bit of a slump right now. He's been popping the ball up a little bit, but trying to drive this one, as the 0-1's going to be a great curveball from Brame, one of the best ones he's thrown so far today, and Lesnow's behind in the count, 0-2. Lesnow has driven in 13 RBIs this year. 14 is waiting on him. Pickoff over to second again, and sliding in just the nick of time is Bryson Martin. Buffaloes have 4 runs on 2 hits so far. 2 down, bottom of the first inning. As Brame comes set, and Lesnow calls time. So Lesnow trying to stay alive here. As Brame comes set, the 0-2 pitch will miss outside. Good eye there by Lesnow. Count moves to 1-2. Lesnow went 0 for 2 with an RBI in the previous game, flew out to center, struck out swinging, was hit by a pitch, and had that sac fly RBI. And Martin's picked off. They're going to throw over to third. He takes off for third, and this is going to be a tag out at third. So 2 outs for the Buffaloes here in the bottom of the first come out on the base paths. A runner that was thrown out of the third trying to advance on a pass ball, and Martin there that was picked off. And we'll head to the top of the second inning. Buffaloes, though, lead 4-0 over the Antlers Bearcats here on KNED.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnbouttoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
Productive first inning for the McAlester Buffaloes. They take a 4-0 lead as we head to the top of the second inning. McAlester trying to keep up the pressure as it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hole batters for the Antlers Bearcats. Third baseman number 14, Cooper Johnson. Pitcher number 10, Garrett Brame. And catcher number 1, Zach Brame. So for the Buffaloes, they're in a similar situation than they've been in the last 3 games. In the last 3 games, McAlester has scored a combined 9 runs. As here's the first pitch to the lefty. That'll be missing the zone for ball 1 to Cooper Johnson. McAlester, again, has outscored their opponents in the first inning in the last 3 games 9-0. But after that, slowly but surely as the innings went on, the opposition started gaining momentum. As here's a big fly, deep left center field. Bass on his horse all the way towards the warning track, and that one leaves the yard. Cooper Johnson, the lefty, drives one into the left alleyway and beyond the fence to put the Bearcats on the board.
And we'll bring up the pitcher.
Off the bat, that just went into the blue sky and beyond the Bank and A sign. By the way, one of our sponsors here today, so thank you, Bank and A, for putting us on the air. But the Bearcats get on the board with a solo shot by Cooper Johnson, and that brings up Garrett Brame. First pitch to Brame will miss upstairs, and that'll be ball 1. But what McAllister's wanting to do now, again, it's how you respond. Mullins looking to respond well after the solo shot as the 1-0 will skip on the turf, move the count to 2 balls and no strikes in favor of the righty Brame. It's also, you're hoping that the McAllister offense can keep what they're doing. Again, they scored 3 runs in the game earlier today in the first inning. They scored in each inning but had more that they left on board. And here's another big fly to center field, but Bass doesn't have to go back near as far. He makes the grab on the fly out by Garrett Brame for out number 1.
Next up for the Bearcats, the catcher.
It's just really keeping up the pressure on the opposition and not letting them see a window where they can strike. As the score is 4-1, Buffaloes lead the Antlers Bearcats. Top of the second inning, 1 down, brings up Zach Brame, the catcher number 1. He's back in the box. A little bit of a closed stance for the catcher. First pitch, he pops this up to left field. Martin hardly has to move. Gets underneath it, makes the grab for out number 2. So Gannon Mullins has responded well since the opening solo shot by Cooper Johnson. It brings up the first baseman, number 7, Ryan Taylor. Taylor, another lefty in the lineup. I believe this is the 3rd one we've seen so far from the Bearcats. As here's the first pitch. This will be slapped at over towards the shortstop. Dollins grabs it, has to throw quickly over to first, does so in time for out number 3. So a nice response by Gannon Mullins, getting the next 3 out after the solo shot as the Buffaloes lead 4-1 heading to the bottom of the second inning here on KNED.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted number 1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
April is Nissan Car Care Clinic Month.
Get a 125-point inspection at no charge.
And we'll give you a free market evaluation on your vehicle while you're here.
Or if you're looking to trade your vehicle, you can do the whole process from home. Visit BentonNissan.com, select a vehicle, then click Buy at Home. Shop, drive, and buy.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at BentonNissan.com.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour. We have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Buffaloes, the third baseman, number
We head to
5,
the home half of the second inning. Your McAlester Buffaloes leading 4-1 over the Antlers Bearcats, as it'll be the 8-9-1 batters up for the Buffaloes. Caden Luss now is up at the plate when We had a runner get picked off back in the bottom of the first, so he will come up to the plate first. Third baseman, number 5. Righty-on-righty matchup with him and Garrett Brame, as the first pitch from Brame will be popped up and out of play, and that'll move the count to 0-1. And you heard Christy kind of, every hit, you have a little bit of a reaction here.
I know.
So she's going to give a little bit of commentary here and there. You can hear the sounds of the crowd, really, when you have Christy here with us. The count is 0-1. Les now will watch this one skipping the turf for ball 1. Yeah, usually don't hear from her, but we got her headset here today, and if you want to chime in every once in a while, you'll be able to. Just if you're ever going to say anything bad, just make sure that you give me a heads up. Brame the windup and the 1-1. This will be cut on and missed by Les now to move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, I usually don't like pinstripe jerseys with like solid color pants, but I actually kind of like this one from the Antlers Bearcats. We'll talk about it here after this 1-2 to Les now. That'll miss up and outside for ball 2. I like the color of the Antlers blue, and the pinstripes are a blue matching. So
Yeah, they're okay.
I don't mind it. Here comes the 2-2. This will be a pop-up, left field, coming in on it. Now retreating is the left fielder. He overran it. Your first step's always back, and he went forward, and Les now is going to get a stand-up double. So he gets a little bit of help there, and that's the 3rd extra base hit for the McAlester Buffaloes. And that brings up the pitcher number 6, Gannon Mullins. Again, that's going to help Les now kind of break out of that slump that he's been in. And if he can get hot at the right time, he's really going to help out the McAlester offense. Again, he, as a freshman, had a great freshman season. As the first pitch to Mullins will be popped up. This one looks like it's going to get out of play. It's the first baseman. Taylor tracks it down, but it's going to get into the sea of concrete, a.k.a. the parking lot, for strike 1. Les now in his freshman year batted .329 with a .386 on-base percentage, 22 RBIs, and 65% of his hits were with runners in scoring position. He batted .425 with runners in scoring. As the 0-1, Les now tries taking third on the curveball, and there's going to be no throw. Excellent time to take off over to third. The third baseman, Johnson, was wondering why he didn't throw. Well, he didn't want to risk going into the outfield with the throw. And the count moves to 0-2 here on Mullins. Took third on the curveball, which bought Les now a little bit more time. The 0-2 will miss up and outside for ball 1. Right now, Mullins, he's looking for his first RBI. He's batting 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but he has a chance to bring one in here. The 1-2. Staying alive. Fouls it back. Count will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind has definitely picked up since this morning. This morning was not really much of a windy day at all. I mean, it was blowing at about 5 to 8 miles an hour, and now we're looking at gusts around 25 miles an hour here in McAlester. A steady wind at 15. The 1-2 will be lined over to right field. This one might plunk in. It will! Going opposite field here is Gannon Mullins, as he's able to drive in Caden Les now and get that run back that he gave up in the top of the 2nd inning. So the Buffaloes keep it going as the first time through the lineup they record 4 hits. And now bring up Leighton Bass. And we'll have a courtesy runner here for Gannon Mullins, and that'll be number 10, Ethan Watkins. Buffaloes lead 5-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning over the Antlers Bearcats. Bubs have 5 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Bearcats 1 run on 1 hit, that solo shot by Cooper Johnson, and no errors. So Watkins over at first base with a good lead, and he'll pick off over to first to kind of keep him honest. In time, sliding was Watkins. Watkins had 8 stolen bases last year. On the season so far, he's got 4. But last year he was primarily used for his freshman year in the courtesy runner role. First pitch to Bass is going to be in the zone for strike 1. Again, Watkins always a threat to steal. He gets the signs here from Coach Mullins. So here comes the 0-1. Watkins takes off for second. The pitch is low and outside. The throw down to second is not in time. And the Buffaloes are running wild here at Mike Deek Field. Another stolen base by the Black and Gold as the herd is charging into scoring position. Count moves to even at 1 ball and 1 strike here for Bass, who is batting .433 with runners in scoring. And a chance to get his 20th RBI on the year. Watkins, good lead. Brame will spin over to second, throw to second. And his dugout calling for him to slide. He's in there safely, though. Count is, again, even 1 ball, 1 strike. Buffs leading here early, 5-1, trying to keep it going. Bass will dig into the box. He's back in it. Here comes the 1-1. This will miss upstairs and run the count in favor of the batter, Bass. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Bass has hit safely in 12 of his last 13 games. He walked in his first plate appearance, as the 2-1 will just catch the very top of the zone. And now we're looking at a 2 balls and 2 strikes count for Bass. The 2-2. Slaps at it right side. He'll move the runner over, and it'll be eaten up by the first baseman, and it skips past the second baseman. This is going to score a run. Watkins will cross home plate, and that makes it 6-1. That's going to go down as an E3 for the Antlers Bearcats. And the Buffaloes lead 6-1, and looks like we're going to be having a mound visit and a possible pitching change. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment here on KNED.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour. We have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
Looks like we're just having a mound visit right now as head coach Chris Gibbs goes out to speak with the infield. Again, he doesn't like the way that the Bearcats have started this game. The Buffaloes have scored 6 runs in the first 2 innings and 2 runs without recording an out here in the bottom of the second after an E3, which Bass ended up bringing in Watkins and reaching first on.
Next up to bat.
So now it will be Trent Boatwright. He walked in his first plate appearance. Boatwright batting .247 on the season, .392 on base percentage. Again, walked his first time up. Previous game today, he went again 0 for 2 with an RBI on a sac fly. Peckoff over to first will not be in time, and that will have Bass in there safely. The way that the first baseman kind of holds on his runners is he keeps his right foot, he's a righty, he keeps his right foot on the right side of the bag and his left foot on the left side. So he kind of straddles the bag to where the runner that slides back in over to first is kind of sliding right in between his legs. So I think a lot of different first basemen hold on runners differently as the first pitch to Boatwright misses low and outside for ball 1. For example, I think for Sepulpa, their first baseman, he crouched down like a catcher. I mean, he was have his right foot on the outside part of the bag so he wasn't straddling it like the first baseman Taylor. As Bass takes off for second, this one's going to be fouled straight back, and I think that one might have been a hit and run because that one will move the count to even at 1 ball and 1 strike because Bass didn't fully commit to taking second. He was taking off, but then he looked over to the left side to see what was going to happen with Boatwright. But, yeah, he squatted down like a catcher. I mean, not a full squat, but nearly there. The first baseman for Sepulpa. Again, everyone does it a different way. Pickoff over to first is not in time. I was watching some spring training. I'm a Yankee baseball fan, and I was watching Anthony Rizzo, who's been one of the best first basemen in the game for a long time, has been with the Yankees and was with the Chicago Cubs when they won their first World Series in however many years. And the way he holds on runners at first is a little bit different. As the 1-1's going to skip into the plate, keeping it in front is Brame, and keeps Bass over at first. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. He holds people on by kind of just playing off the bag. He doesn't actually touch the bag, or he's really nowhere near the bag. He plays about 3 feet off of that first base bag, as here's another pickoff over to first, trying to keep Bass honest. And if he sees the pitcher take a step off the rubber to throw over to first, he just grabs it and applies a quick tag down low. So he actually doesn't touch the bag. The 2-1 will miss low and outside for ball 3. And, of course, that's why a lot of lefties end up playing first base, is because, one, it's a natural tag for them. They can kind of hold the runner on the way that they are, right foot on the outside of the bag, catch the ball, quick tag, just swipe it down over to first. Bass takes off for second on the next pitch. It won't matter. And that will be another walk to Trent Boatwright. as, again, the kid just draws walks. I'm going to have to look at it after the game, but he has to lead the team in walks. Now it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Buffaloes are leading 6-1 in the bottom of the second inning with nobody out and runners at first and second. We'll take a break and be right back here on KNED.
If you're considering selling or buying land in Southeast Oklahoma, you need the professionalism of an experienced land specialist. Hi, this is Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties Real Estate, and I would love the chance to earn your trust as your land agent. The Southeast Oklahoma land market is hotter than ever, and I'd be happy to talk with you about why landowners trust me to market and sell their property. If you're thinking about selling ranch, timber, or recreational land, or even a rural home, give me a call for a free, no-obligation evaluation of your property. Call Sean Wilkerson at 918-284-1233 or visit my profile page at whitetailproperties.com.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
We have our first call of the bullpen here in this game between the McAlester Buffaloes and the Antlers Bearcats. As your McAlester Buffaloes are leading 6-1, bottom of the second inning. Up on the mound is now number 13, Dakota Williams of the Antlers Bearcats. He moves from center to the bump. From the bump over to second base is Garrett Brame. It looks like Paredes has moved over to left field. McNutt has moved over to center. So those are all the changes that we've had here during the pitching change. Again, this call to the bullpen brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South George Nye Expressway. So with runners at first and second, the Buffaloes are leading 6-1. And that'll bring up to the plate Ethan Gillespie. He hit a RBI triple his last time up. A hard-hit line drive into the alleyway in left center field. He's got runners at first and second. Again, first baseman Taylor playing in front of the runner Boatwright, who stands at first. Leighton Bass stands at second. First pitch to Gillespie. We'll skip in the turf, and that will be ball one. That was really the problem for the Bearcats, and so far, one full inning that they have recorded outs for, as we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free passes given up, 4 walks, and a hit by pitch. Williams delivers the 1-0. This one will skip in the turf as well. Boatwright stays where he's at. So does Bass. Again, Bass the lead runner. Count is 2-0. Buffaloes were in the exact same situation they were in the first inning, and we had our first out of the game for the Buffs come on a out at third on a ball that was well scooped by the catcher Brame, and he was able to throw out Bass over at third base. As here's a pickoff over to second, not in time. Bass did a great job of reading it down in the turf, but Brame just scooped it perfectly and was able to deliver a strike to Johnson to get Bass out. A bang-bang call. The 2-0 is going to miss upstairs, and that'll be ball 3. So we'll see if Gillespie has the green light here. Up in the count, 3-0. Coming set, Williams. He delivers. This one will miss outside, and that will load the bases for the Buffaloes. So bases loaded, nobody out, and that brings up to the plate Gage Mullins. This bases loaded alert brought to you by Jet Tire Service in friendly Old Town McAlester. They believe that while the Buffs are driving in runs, you should drive in to Jet Tire Service for your tire needs. Mullins has been hit by a pitch. He did so on a 2-2 count. Moving to the windup here is Williams for the first time today. First pitch, we'll skip in the turf. And that'll be 5 straight balls out of the pen here for Dakota Williams. Again, he had to play a little bit of catch before we started his actual warm-up pitches. As here comes the windup and the 1-0 delivery. This one will catch the outside corner and move our count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the Buffaloes have a chance to, I wouldn't say no one's out of it until the final pitch is thrown, but they have a chance to deal a heavy blow here. Here's the ground out over to third, stepping on third for 1, over to the home plate. They got to apply a tag, and running over the home plate umpire on accident is Leighton Bass, and he helps him up. That's a double play there for the Antlers Bearcats, as that is a 3-2 double play, and Bass completely charged the home plate umpire. Again, he was trying to get around a tag to step around it, and as he did so, he met Mr. Umpire. And he hit the deck. Mr. Jonathan Herrick going to speak with the home plate umpire, making sure he's okay. But that's a double play, and just like that, a 2-for-1 special for the Antlers Bearcats. They got runners at first and second, now with 2 down. Right now, the main concern is the home plate umpire okay? Excuse me, I said 3-2 earlier. It's a 5-2 double play. 5 unassisted, stepping on third for the force out and going home to apply the tag was the catcher. So 2 down, bottom of the second inning. Buffaloes are leading 6-1. Gillespie over at second, and Mullins over at first.
Up to bat for the Buffs. The shortstop, number 1.
And that brings up the shortstop, number 1, Gage Dollins. Hitting RBI sac flies last time up as he flew out to the left fielder. Buffs leading 6-1. I thought you weren't supposed to run over anybody at the plate anymore. I thought that was an automatic ejection. But looks like the home plate umpire is okay. He's back to action. 2 down. Runners at first and second. If the Bearcats can keep this at only 2 runs here in the bottom of the second, they'll consider this a win big time. Williams looks over at second and delivers. First pitch nearly hits Dollins, misses inside. Gillespie tries taking third. The throw down to third is not in time. Gillespie slides around the tag, and he gets 90 feet away from scoring. 1 ball, no strikes. In 6-1, McAlester leading Antlers early. Shaking off the catcher. Now Williams likes what he sees, looks over at third, takes a long look over at first. Big lead by Mullins. The 1-0 will miss up and outside. Count moves to 2 balls, no strikes. And Dollins coming into the game batting .349, .495 on base percentage. He's now got 17 RBIs on the year, batting .324 with runners in scoring, and second on the team in extra base hits. The 2-0 will skip in the turf, and another great play as Mullins will take second by the catcher, Brame. He's been working overtime, and he's saved 2 or 3 runs already with his excellent work behind home plate. But the count moves to 3-0 here on Gage Dollins. Freestad, the right fielder, number 4, is up next. The 3-0 pitch will be a curveball filling the zone, and that'll be strike 1. Hitters count still here for Gage Dollins, switch hitter batting left. Going back to the windup now is Williams. The 3-1 pitch. Line drive up the middle. This one's going to get into the outfield turf. Rounding third and scoring. Looking for it is Mullins. There will be no throw home, as that's a 2 RBI single by Gage Dollins, bringing in Ethan Gillespie and Gage Mullins. It's now an 8-1 game. McAllister's put up 4 spots in both the first and second innings now. Getting it done with 2 down are the Buffaloes, and already have absolutely been changing the narrative of getting hits with runners in scoring position. McAllister has done it again. Make that 3 RBIs in the game for Dollins. As Freestad will watch the first pitch miss for a ball. The throw down to second as Dollins takes off is not in time. And he's in there to get into scoring position for Freestad. I didn't see a called strike from the home plate umpire. They have it on the scoreboard as 1. Okay, he holds up his right hand as a strike, so that moves the count to 0-1. So he just didn't signal strike. I guess he just said it behind home plate. But the count is 0-1 on Freestad. The next pitch will skip in the turf. Dollins will retreat back to the second base bag. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. And this is what the Buffaloes were hoping to do against Worcester. Against Worcester, a very good team in 2A, number 4 in 2A. Antlers are a really good team in 3A. They're 15-7 on the year, and they're ranked second in their district. As here comes the 1-1 from Williams. It'll be a curveball missing above the letters. Brame tried to bring it back in, just couldn't. Count moves to 2-1. Freestad walked his last time up. He's got a runner at second. Count 2-1. The righty, Williams, taking his time, and now delivers. This will be another line drive, left center field. This one's going to land as well. The Buffs just keep on raking in the hits. Rounding third and scoring will be Dollins. Freestad takes a big turnaround second, and he'll stand there trading places with Gage. Dollins brings down the sledgehammer, and the Buffaloes lead by 8 and have scored 5 here in the second inning. Solid piece by Zach Freestad. And for the senior, that is RBI number 18. 9-1, the Buffaloes have built a pretty nice cushion here, but they just want to keep it coming. Bryson Martin tries to continue an excellent day he's had. First pitch to him will miss outside, ball 1. Today, Bryson Martin has gone 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs. On the week, he has gone 6 for 11 with, what is that? I believe 6 RBIs. Pickoff over to second. It's a good one. A little bit too high, though. Good idea, but Freestad slides in safely, and the count is 1-0. Buffaloes have had 6 hits, and they, again, have been doing excellent at getting hits with runners in scoring position against the Bearcats. Coming set, Williams. The 1-0. He swings at one and pops this one well foul. Watch out for anyone near the walking track, and the count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, they did put up a net over there in front of the concession stand, but that doesn't protect everybody walking around the track. The sun has peeked through the clouds over here at Mike Deek Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. It's a beautiful sunset out to our left. The 1-1 from Williams goes with the curveball, and the long looping break misses upstairs, and that'll put the count at 2-1 in favor for Bryson Martin. Can McAlester score a 6th run here in the second inning? Freestad with a huge lead at second. Even bigger now as he inches closer towards third base. Pickoff over to second is not in time. It was on the money. Good throw from the pitcher, Williams. Brame couldn't handle it, and it would have been right there. It would have been pretty close if he did make the catch. Two balls, 1 strike here on the righty Martin. Williams kicks and delivers. The pitch upstairs, ball 3. McAllister's just not hitting the ball. They're hitting the ball hard. They've had 4 out of their 6 hits be extra base hits. The 3-1 to Martin will miss downstairs. That'll be ball 4, and now the Buffs have officially batted around. It brings up Caden Less now, who got this whole shindig started off right with a double off of the warning track, and we're going to be having another mound visit here and a possible pitching change. We'll take a quick break. McAlester is leading 9-1. They have runners at first and second here in the bottom of the second inning with 2 down on KNED.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months 0 interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town, I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to McAlester, Oklahoma. Your McAlester Buffaloes are leading 9-1 as it looks like we have a new pitcher into the game, number 19, Creed Jones. He moves from short over to third, it looks like. Or excuse me, he moves from short over to the mound. From the mound over to third will move Williams. And it is Johnson going from third over to short. So that's all the defensive changes that we have here. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South Georgia Knight Expressway. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Bottom of the second inning, Buffaloes leading 9-1 as the Buffaloes have officially batted around. First pitch to Les now. Hard hit up the middle. That one's going to get into the outfield turf. Rounding third will be Freestad. He'll try to score, and it'll be cut off. Now be another RBI for the McAlester Buffaloes. And Caden Les now can feel himself getting a little bit hot now. He's had 2 hits in the same inning, and that one drives in a run. And that makes it a 10-1 game as he drives in Zach Freestad. He moves Martin from first over to third, and the Buffs just hope that the hits keep on coming. Like that's what I call 80s CD. Here's the first pitch. Mullins will watch this one fill the zone for a strike. What's your favorite kind of music, Christy?
It depends on the mood I'm in. I like a lot of the 80s.
You got a favorite band?
Not really. I like a bunch of them.
I know. Well, give me one that you'd go see a show of, like right now. As the 0-1 is going to be a ball down low, taking off for second. Now going home. Martin's hung up to dry again. Throwing over to home. Now back over to third. They're going to run him down. All the way back towards the bag. They throw late. He gets underneath the tag. He's safe. And Les now has to go back over to second. So somehow McAlester gets out of that without an out. And they'll stay alive with the runners at second and third. And 2 down in the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. The entirety of the infield was making their way towards the third base line. And somehow Martin stayed alive. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Mullins hit an RBI single his last time up. It's Gannon Mullins up at the plate. Has 2 runners in scoring position as the 1-1 misses outside, and he gets ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, 2 down for the Buffaloes, who have scored 6 runs here in the bottom of the second inning and have patted on a 10-1 lead. It's been a long inning here for the Antlers Bearcats. The 2-1 to Mullins will miss down low for ball 3. And speaking of Gannon Mullins at the plate, he's going to have to settle back in after it being so long since he last pitched. Really make the most out of his warm-up pitches in the top of the third before he starts it. 3-1. This one will fill the zone with a fastball, and they'll move the count to full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. So count full. Runners won't take off with nobody at first. Here's the payoff to Mullins. Will miss low and outside. Now will load the bases. Just missing, and that brings up the top of the order. This is the 12th batter coming up to the plate for the Buffaloes. Leighton Bass has walked, and he has reached on an error. He's got the bases loaded for the Buffs. And since it's been a little while since we've announced this bases loaded alert brought to you by Jet Tire Service and friendly Old Town McAlester. As the first pitch is going to be missing up and outside ball 1. Jet Tire Service believes that while the Buffs are driving in runs, you should drive in to Jet Tire Service for your tire needs. 2 down, bases loaded, bottom of the second inning. McAlester leading 10-1. The 1-0. Big cut from Bass coming up empty. That'll be strike 1. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Left fielder Paredes is playing pretty deep over there and close to the line. So there's a big gap in left center field. The 1-1 will be a fastball catching the inside corner, and Bass falls behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Can Bass battle back? Coming set, Jones, the 1-2. He does. He stays alive, fouls it straight back into the netting, directly to his on-deck man, Trent Boatwright. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buffaloes have had 7 hits in the game. Trying to keep it going. 1-2. This is upstairs. Count moves even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Bryson Martin at third. Caden Lesnow at second. Gannon Mullins at first. Mullins had a courtesy runner last time up. He is running for himself now. Count even at 2-2. Jones delivers. This one will catch the outside corner for strike 3, and the Buffaloes lead the bases loaded. But when you score 6 runs in the bottom of the second inning, you can't complain much. McAlester leading 10-1, heading to the top of the third inning right here on KNED.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
April is Nissan Car Care Clinic Month. Get a 125-point inspection at no charge. And we'll give you a free market evaluation on your vehicle while you're here. Or if you're looking to trade your vehicle, you can do the whole process from home. Visit BentonNissan.com, select a vehicle, then click Buy at Home. Shop, drive, and buy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at BentonNissan.com.
So the McAlester Buffaloes head to the top of the third inning, looking to keep the pedal to the floor. The black and gold lead 10-1 over the Antlers Bearcats, as it'll be up to the plate, the 9-1-2 batters. It's going to be Luke Tabor, Creed Jones, and Timmy Paredes. Tabor's first time up, the right fielder, number 11. Righty on righty matchup. Let's see how Mullins responds after the long break. Here's the first pitch. He'll miss upstairs, ball 1. Mullins has been fantastic in the first 2 innings outside of 2 pitches, 1 hit by pitch and 1 solo home run. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Swinging out of his shoes there was Tabor. And that moves the count to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Clouds, you can see them moving across the sky right now as the sunset blares on in the background. And as the 1-1 misses down low, to move the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. I like the sky that God has painted here tonight in Mactown. 2-1. Here's the pitch. This one will fill the zone up and outside. Caught the black, and that moves the count to even at 2-2. To put things in perspective, how McAlester has been batting today. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Staying alive here is Tabor. The Buffaloes started their 3rd time through the lineup to end the 2nd inning. The Bearcats will be beginning their 2nd time through the lineup after Tabor. And there's only been 1 error by the Bearcats. They've walked some batters. Here's the 2-2. Be a fastball missing by the ankles to fill the count to full at 3-2. But really, it's been McAlester getting good hits. The line drives, hitting the ball hard, putting the ball in play, not easy pop flies. And that's what's helped McAlester out to a 10-1 lead. The 3-2. This one's going to be a ground ball right side, fielded by the first baseman Mullins. He'll step on first by himself for a 3 unassisted. Out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. We'll bring up the top of the order, Creed Jones.
Next up, top of the order for
it's like McAlester took a challenge. They haven't been happy with themselves. They don't like losing either. They've only lost 4 in a row once this year, and they're at even at a 500 record for the first time since March 26th. They have not liked losing, especially here as of late. As here's a hard grounder to the shortstop. Dawns fields it well, throws over to first in time. Out number 2. Making the not so easy look easy is the shortstop Dawns, and a pretty good stretch there at first by Mullins, and that brings up Timmy Paredes. But the Buffaloes took that challenge. They said, you know what, this is not going to continue on. And we've got a big district series against Shawnee next week. We're not going to ride a losing streak into it. They're trying to keep the pedal to the metal right now, leading 10-1 as the first pitch into Paredes fills the zone for strike one. And if they could get a big win, maybe even a run rule win here today, that'll do wonders going into tomorrow against Poto Pirates, as this one swung on a miss for strike two on a nasty curveball from Gandon Mullins. Because the Pirates, if we know anything, we've seen them play a lot of games. They know how to score runs. You're going to have to keep up with them. The 0-2 misses upstairs above the eye level, and that moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. I've seen them play 2 games this year, and I think in those 2 games, I've seen, I think it was 24 combined runs in 2 games by the Poto Pirates. They played 1 against Claremore and 1 earlier against Muskogee. The 1-2 misses down low outside. And now we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Buffalo's leading 10-1, top of the third, nobody on for the blue and white. Mullins delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him on the bender. Pulled the string on him. And that'll be out number 3. We head to the home half of the third inning. McAlester trying to keep it going, leading 10-1 over Antlers here on KNED.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour, we have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
First Family Federal Credit Union. Savings for all seasons. From the traditional savings account to IRAs, CDs, and money market accounts. We have everything to help you plan for your future. Visit your nearest location or go online at firstfamilyfcu.com for more information. Federally insured by NCUA, First Family Federal Credit Union.
How'd testing go? Go good? Go good?
Welcome back to a beautiful night here in McAlester, Oklahoma. We had some rain earlier on in this week, and it has moved on through. We might have rain later on, but we're not worried about it. It's a night, Thursday night, here at the ballpark, and the Buffaloes are winning. If you're a McAlester fan, you can't be complaining one bit. 10-1, we head to the bottom of the third inning, and it'll be the heart of the order up for the Buffaloes. 2, 3, 4 batters. Boatwright has walked twice. This will be his first time taking on Creed Jones. And it'll be Ethan Gillespie, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI triple, and Gage Mullins is in the hole. So again, we had some changes defensively, so this is where the Bearcats look like right now. Taylor at first, Brame at second. Again, that is Garrett Brame at second. Johnson over at short, Williams at third, Paredes over in left, McNutt in center, Tabor in right, and it is Zach Brame behind home plate, who has done a fantastic job. He's kept a lot of pitches in front of him, and he's been definitely doing his part. He's thrown out a couple of base runners as well. First pitch. It's going to be a fastball. Humming in there is the righty, Jones, for a called strike 1. First time that Jones is pitching with nobody on base, as he inherited some trouble here in the bottom of the second inning. Now in the bottom of the third, he starts out Boatwright with an 0-2 count on another nice curveball hitting the mitt Brame to move the count to 0-2. The windup, the delivery, fastball and swinging at one that was up high, but fouling it off, staying alive there is Boatwright. Whatever you got to do to keep battling, and the count will stay at 0-2. And Christy, the first time that you're seeing it today, but I think you already mentioned it earlier. McAlester flag now flying underneath the American flag over in center field. Love that we finally saw that get up over here on the flagpoles. The 0-2, be a curveball missing outside. Good eye by Boatwright. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind has died down a little bit. By the time I get done speaking, it'll probably pick back up. Here's the 1-2. This will be off the hands, popped up, third base, can of corn, caught, out number 1. Williams grabs it, and that will bring up Ethan Gillespie. Gillespie has had a RBI triple, as I mentioned earlier, and walked. Buffalo scored 4 runs in the first inning, and 6 runs in the second. And really, it could have been worse for the Antlers Bearcats. McAlester left some runs off the board in both the first and second. As here's the first pitch to Gillespie, curveball in there for strike 1. McAlester had a couple of outs on the base paths in the first inning, and in the second inning there was a double play, so the 2-for-1 special for the Bearcats to get a couple of outs. As here comes the 0-1 to Gillespie. He'll watch the fastball miss outside, and evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it was a nice start to the bottom of the third so far for the Bearcats on a fly out to the third baseman, Williams. Here's the windup from Jones and the 1-1 pitch. Another nice curveball. He's found his groove. Count moves to 1-2. Jones, the third pitcher of the day for the Bearcats, came in relief in the second inning. 1-2 to Gillespie. Misses way upstairs, and that'll move the count to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gillespie all the way back in the box, that right foot right on the line. Giving himself a little bit more time for the fastball from Jones. The 2-2 goes with the curveball and hits Gillespie on the elbow pad. So he'll make his way over to first base, and that'll bring up Gage Mullins.
After the hit by a pitch on Gillespie.
And if you're going to get hit by a pitch, might as well get hit by a curveball. And that brings up Gage Mullins. And that's why a lot of people wear elbow pads nowadays. Mullins so far is 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch, and he grounded into that double play. Gillespie with plenty of speed at first. He's got 21 stolen bases on the year. Can he get 22? If he doesn't take off right now, first pitch is going to be down low and outside for ball 1 to Mullins. They're still talking about the hit by pitch. I heard one guy from the dugout say, he has no fear. He's Daredevil, the man without fear. Don him in red. Here comes the 1-0. Ground ball, hard hit, rather a line drive that's going to stay foul down the first base line. And that'll run our count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, final game of the day here today. The Buffaloes only play 1 game tomorrow. They're only going to play 3 games here in the McAlester Shootout this season. Games tomorrow will start with McAlester JV against Glenpool JV at 11 o'clock. Then you got Rattan and Glenpool at 1. Muskogee and Red Oak at 3, and McAlester and Poto have the nightcap tomorrow. It's set for 5, and it might run late if our games run late like they did tonight. 10-1 McAlester leading right now by 9. Bottom of the third, count 1-1. Pickoff over to first. Sliding in safely is Gillespie. And also, it's so much easier to be able to get games in faster on turf fields because you don't really have to go through raking the dirt, as the 1-1 will be swung on and missed for strike 2. Coach Hughes, Randy Hughes, superintendent for McAlester Public Schools, retiring after this year. He was speaking about, he was on the mic earlier today running the PA, and he says, we're starting this game in 10 minutes, 10 minutes after the end of this game. It was cracking me up. The 1-2 to Mullins. This will be a curveball, filling the zone, strike 3, got him looking. So the second strikeout of the day for the Antlers Bearcats brings up Gage Dollins. Dollins is 1 for 1 with 3 RBIs, an RBI sac fly and a 2 RBI single. Gillespie's over at first. Will he try to get in scoring position here for Dollins, who's had a pretty good day so far? And Dollins 2 for 4 on the entire day with the 3 RBIs. Pickoff over to first, getting in there safely, in time. Again, switch hitter batting left is Dollins, who has now 19 RBIs on the year. Jones comes set. Mr. Jones delivers. Runner takes off for second. Swing and a miss on the pitch. The throw down to second is not in time. So Gillespie gets in the scoring position here for Dollins. Count is 0-1. Now that I said Mr. Jones, I'm going to be thinking about that. Was it Counting Crows? That Counting Crows song every time that he delivers. You ever get into 90s music, Christy?
Not really. Probably not.
Are we just talking music the entire broadcast? Count moves to 1-1 on a missed pitch up and outside. Buffalo's leading big 10-1, looking to keep their offense moving here. 1-1 to Dollins. Takes a big cut on a fastball letter high, just came up empty, and he falls behind the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yes, counting crows, sings Mr. Jones. 1-2. Gillespie in scoring position. Coming set. Jones. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Curveball missing outside. Close to the same pitch that he was able to strike out Gage Mullins on a batter ago. But that one misses off the black, and the count runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coming set. The pitch. It was very quick there. That misses upstairs for ball 3. Barely came set. Count full. 3-2 here for Dollins. On deck is Zach Freestad. The payoff. Fastball missing outside, and that will be a walk to Dollins. And that will put Zach Freestad up at the plate. And we're going to have another mound visit here. We look like we're going to have a call to the bullpen. Yep, we're going to have another pitching change here for the Antlers Bearcats. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on KNED.
First Family Federal Credit Union. Savings for all seasons. From the traditional savings account to IRAs, CDs, and money market accounts. We have everything to help you plan for your future. Visit your nearest location or go online at firstfamilyfcu.com for more information. Federally insured by NCUA. First Family Federal Credit Union.
If you're considering selling or buying land in Southeast Oklahoma, you need the professionalism of an experienced land specialist. Hi, this is Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties Real Estate, and I would love the chance to earn your trust as your land agent. The Southeast Oklahoma land market is hotter than ever, and I'd be happy to talk with you about why landowners trust me to market and sell their property. If you're thinking about selling ranch, timber, or recreational land, or even a rural home, give me a call for a free, no-obligation evaluation of your property. Call Sean Wilkerson at 918-284-1233 or visit my profile page at whitetailproperties.com.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester.
We have a call to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South Georgia Knight Expressway. Now, the 4th pitcher of the day for the Bearcats in 3 innings of work is number 11, Luke Tabor. Moves in from right field as it looks like over to right goes Williams, who was playing third. I want to say so. From the mound over to short goes back for Jones. We've had a lot of changes. Paredes is over in center. I think McNutt's in right and Williams is in left, actually. So that is what it looks like here for the Antlers Bearcats defensively. Again, they don't have numbers on the front of their jersey, so I can't really tell for certain. So it'll be up at the plate, Dylan Vickers, who's going to be DHing right now. He's had 1 at bat, and he grounded out to second, and that was against Muskogee just a week ago. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Buffaloes lead 10-1. Vickers grounds this one down the third base line, and it'll be staying foul. And the count is 0-1. And Vickers up at the plate. He is the son of Dustin and Misty Vickers. He plans to attend Oklahoma State University. His favorite movies are the Fast and the Furious series. As here comes the 0-1. Vickers will watch this one bounce off the plate and move the count to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Some of his hobbies for the senior include hunting, fishing, and riding ATVs. He prepares for games by listening to music and getting mentally prepared. His favorite baseball player, Chipper Jones, with the Atlanta Braves. And he'll watch this one miss outside and just kind of went through the glove of Brame, and that allows runners to get over to second and third here for Vickers. 2 balls, 1 strike. Like I said, his favorite baseball memory, the Broken Bow trip, and you kind of nodded your head a lot to Chipper Jones. You liked watching Chipper Jones kind of not growing up, but back in the day?
I used to be a Braves fan back when I watched baseball and
as a 2-1.
Cheered them on.
We'll fill the zone for strike 2, so I'm sure you loved watching the Braves win the World Series last year.
I wasn't.
Did you even know that they won the World Series?
Nah, I had no clue.
Yeah, they won the World Series last year.
It's been years since I watched baseball.
2-2 to Vickers. Will be a fastball catching the outside corner for strike 3, and the Buffaloes leave runner stranded at second and third. As we head now to the top of the 4th inning, Buffaloes leading 10-1 over the Antlers Bearcats here on KNED.
Best Western Inn of McAlester. Traveling through McAlester or need accommodations for out-of-town guests? Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are both locally owned by the Freestead family for many years. Both offer comfort and convenience at affordable prices. Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnbouttoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
Welcome back here to McAlester, Oklahoma. Your McAlester Buffaloes are leading 10-1 over the Antlers Bearcats as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Again, in the tournament play, if McAlester can keep it going and keep their foot on the floor of this race car that they've been driving out to a 10-1 lead, if they can keep it up, the run rule is 8 runs after 5 innings. So they're trying to just keep on going through the lineup, and it'll start off with the 3, 4, 5 batters here in the top of the 4th for the Bearcats. Isaac McNutt, Dakota Williams, and Cooper Johnson. Johnson in the hole has the only hit so far for the Bearcats, and it was a solo home run over the left center field wall, and this might make it 2. Driving it deep is the batter McNutt, and running and grabbing it in the alleyway. Taking it out of thin air is Leighton Bass for a loud out number 1. He just reached out and took away an extra base hit.
Dakota Williams for the Bearcats.
So that brings up Dakota Williams. He had a line drive out over to Gage Dollins his last time up. What a play by Bass. That may not look hard, but that's because Bass made it look easy, and he's trying to catch his breath right now as he gets back over to the center field position. This one's a chopper down the third base line, staying fair. Les now grabs it, throws over to first. It's an infield single. Beating it down the first base lines, Dakota Williams, and Cooper Johnson comes up to the plate. Again, Johnson hit one to deep left center field, cleared the bank and A sign that is just to the left of the batter's eye. So it's one of the furthest parts of the park that you can hit the ball at. And not only did he do it, he hit it opposite field. The lefty did not pull that pitch. He hit it opposite field. So a runner at first after the infield single by Williams brings up Cooper Johnson as Mullins pauses. First time working out the stretch in a while. Runner takes off for second. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second is into the outfield. Runner will try to take third, and Bass is already playing deep. Bass will grab it. There will be no play. The throw was on a line. It just kind of got past the middle infield and into the outfield area. So advancing to third now is Dakota Williams. And Johnson, if he can hit one deep, can make this an 8-run game. Mullins, the pitch, 0-1, is going to be fouled back. Hits off the top of the grandstand and off the top of the tunnel. And Mullins works back the count to 0-2. Wind kind of slightly blowing out to left center field. That big grab by Bass looks even bigger here after that single and advancing to third on the steal. This one's going to be a high hit fly ball. Left field, again, a huge shot that's going to hit off the top of the wall. That's going to score a run as Cooper nearly had another shot, as that one hit off of the HL Sports Shop sign. Once again, another sponsor here for us. And that makes it a 10-2 game as Johnson is just knocking the cover off the ball, and he's hitting it opposite field each time. So that makes it a 10-2 game. McAlester still leading by 8, and that brings up Garrett Brain, who flew out to center last time. So Mullins just looking to keep on delivering right now. He's filling the zone. Big lead over at second. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ground ball up the middle. Dollins will grab it. Looks over to first, throws over to first. It's in time for out number 2. Runner advances to third after the ball was hit behind him. And that will move the runner to third for Zach Brame. Brame, the catcher. He flew out to left field last time up. You got Cooper Johnson over at third base, who was mere feet away from hitting a second home run just a couple of batters ago. First pitch from Gannon. Curve ball, filling the zone nicely. Strike one. Buffalo's leading this one 10-2 here in Mactown. As the 0-1 will miss low and outside. Count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Mullins will get his signs here from Phillips. Comes to a pause and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. This one will get into the hole, and it's an RBI single. Now, speaking about it earlier, I kind of jinxed him there, as that's going to make it a 7-run ball game. And the Buffaloes, if they want to end this one early, has got to score some runs again. RBI single by Zach Brame. And that brings up Ryan Taylor. He grounded out to short last time. Actually, that's number 6.
We had a courtesy runner.
It's a courtesy runner, thank you. And I'll grab that here in just a moment. It looks like it's Chandler Jocelyn, the freshman for the Bearcats. Courtesy runner for the catcher, Zach Brame, who hit an RBI single. First pitch to the lefty, he's going to get behind Phillips, and the runner won't take off for second. It looked like he got away from Phillips enough to have him get into scoring position, but Jocelyn stays where he's at. Count is 1-0 here on Taylor. Mullins mulling over his signs right now. Will come set and deliver the 1-0. This one will be fouled back into the glove of Phillips. And count moves to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Bearcats have scored 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. Buffaloes lead by 7. They've had 3 out of their 4 hits here in this inning. Here comes the 1-1 from Gannon. This one will miss outside. And the count moves in favor of Ryan Taylor. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mullins pauses and delivers the 2-1. This one will miss way inside, and now we got a hitter's count for Taylor. 3 balls, 1 strike. The light's not on in the McAlester bullpen right now. We know they have lights out there. So Mullins not getting any help right now unless it's coming from inside the field. Here's the 3-1. This one will be cut on and missed on a pitch that was ball forward, down low. And Mullins gets a mulligan there. Moves the count to full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a chance to make it worth something here against the lefty Ryan Taylor. Mullins comes set. Runner will take off with the pitch. Pickoff over to first is not in time. So Gannon gets the ball back. Again, runner will take off with the pitch. The 3-2. Popped it up. Shallow left field. Dollins gets underneath it. Now he's backpedaling, and he makes the catch while stumbling towards the left field area. That will be out number 3, but not before the Antlers Bearcats score 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th as we played half a 7-inning ball game. McAlester 10, Antlers 3 here on KNED.
April is Nissan Car Care Clinic Month. Get a 125-point inspection at no charge. And we'll give you a free market evaluation on your vehicle while you're here. Or if you're looking to trade your vehicle, you can do the whole process from home. Visit BentonNissan.com, select a vehicle, then click Buy at Home. Shop, drive, and buy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour, we have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
Your McAlester Buffaloes are leading 10-3 over the Antlers Bearcats. If they can score at least one run and hold the Bearcats scoreless in the top of the fifth, then they will take a run rule victory. It's 8 after 5, but right now they lead by 7 after the 2 spot by the Bearcats back in the top of the fourth inning. Again, bottom of the fourth, it'll be the bottom of the order for the McAlester Buffaloes. Bryson Martin, Caden Lesnow, and Gannon Mullins. But if you look at the bottom of the order, they've been batting like they're in the heart of it. They are 4 for 4 today, and if you count up all their RBIs, that's 4 of them. They've hit 2 extra base hits, as Martin is so far 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI double. He has also walked. That was his last plate appearance. First pitch. Missing outside from the righty Tabor. He came in the previous inning for the Bearcats. 1 ball, no strike here to the righty Martin. Martin looks to continue an excellent week that he's had here. As here comes the windup and the 1-0. Missing down low and outside as well. 2 balls, no strikes. And Martin is, I believe now, 6 for, as I tally everything up, 6 for 11 as the next pitch misses upstairs for ball 3. 6 for 11 with 6 RBIs just this week. A much-needed boost back to the McAlester lineup as the 3-0 will fill the zone for strike 1. I say much-needed boost, but he's been able to keep the McAlester Buffalo offense grooving. McAlester has kind of struggled a little bit offensively in the first 2 games against the Pulpit this week, as this 3-1 is going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. And the last 2 games, they've scored a combined 17 runs. But again, they gave up 9 to Worcester back in the earlier game today. Tabor trying to work back. Here comes the payoff. This one will be lined over to the right field line, and this one will stay foul. About 7 or 8 feet to the right of the line, but staying alive here is Martin. Count remains full, 3-2. The Masonic Temple starting to be lit up over, I'm going to say it like true Okies say it, over yonder. You know, some people don't know what over yonder means.
I know.
The 3-2, we fouled straight back, and once again, Martin is staying alive. Our traffic director, and Leanne Massengale, she was showing me a video about how this, I think it was a guy from Italy, and they were trying to ask him, what does over yonder mean to you? What do you think it means? And I cannot remember what he said.
I don't know. I was watching that with her, too.
The 3-2. Staying alive again is Martin. Fouling it straight back. Count will stay at 3-2. I think he was saying, like, you're short. I think he's like, over yonder, you're short, or you're tall, or something like that.
I can't remember. But, yes, it was funny.
The 3-2 again to Martin. This will be popped up. Might be trouble. Shallow right field. Looks like the second baseman will get underneath it. Making the catch will be number 10, Garrett Brame. And that'll be out number 1.
Coming up to bat for the Buffaloes.
Bringing up Caden Lesnow, 2 for 2 today with an RBI. He's also hit a double that hit off the warning track over to the left field area where I believe Williams right now resides. I feel like it's just programmed into Okie language. No one ever told me what over yonder meant. I just knew. Here's the first pitch. Be a fastball called strike. Really tough pitch there for Lesnow, low and outside. They're going to say catches the black, and that'll be strike 1. Here's the windup and the 0-1 pitch. The curveball that kind of just left the hands of Tabor kind of awkwardly, and the count moves to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. I'd say that Oklahoma kind of has a mix of a Louisiana and Texas dialect to create something our own.
Oh, definitely.
The 1-1 will be fouled straight back, and they'll move the count to 1-2.
And throw some Arkansas in there,
Throw
too.
a little bit of Arkansas. We're a melting pot of all the different accents. I'll tell you what, right there. Over yonder, we're going to go ahead and look at that Masonic Temple. It looks so pretty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the windup from Tabor and the pitch. This will be a fastball. They're going to say catching the outside corner, and that's been a killer for McAlester. Their last 3 strikeouts that they have been struck out on have been outside corner strikes, so they have been called pretty consistently. McAlester hasn't been going after it, and they've been backwards Ks. So that brings up Gannon Mullins, and the Bearcats starting to gather a little bit momentum now after they were down earlier 10-1. First pitch to Mullins will catch the knees for strike 1. It's up to McAlester to try to squash that momentum. Again, the middle innings for the last 4 games have been killer for McAlester. Excuse me, their last 3 games have been killer for McAlester. The 0-1, Mullins will drive this one over towards the shortstop. Hard hit, but right to the shortstop. Jones throws over to first, and it can't be picked out. And stepping on first is Gannon Mullins. So he's going to reach on the E6 as the first baseman. Taylor couldn't dig it out. He knocked it down. He grabbed the ball back, and he couldn't step on the first base bag before Mullins got there. So that brings up the top of the order. The Buffaloes looking to make this hurt. Leighton Bass is 0 for 2 so far today. He has walked, and he has reached first on an error, and he has struck out looking. Courtesy runner back on the base paths, Ethan Watkins. Second error of the day for the Bearcats, as this will be Bass's first time facing Tabor. Pickoff over to first is not in time, and plus he gets away from the first baseman, Taylor. And another thing that's really weird about Oklahoma is that depending on where you go, you hear different accents, I believe. You go more towards the city, it's more, I guess, not as country. It's the first pitch misses upstairs, ball 1. Tulsa, I think you start to have more of an Arkansas, Kansas, and then you go towards northwest Oklahoma, up near Guymon and everything like that, and then you start to hear a totally different accent. It depends on where you're at, and then you go down to far southeastern Oklahoma. As the 1-0, it's going to be a called strike. The throw down to second as taken off as Watkins is not in time, as Watkins gets into scoring position here for Bass as the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Really where you hear the melting pot of dialect is down in southeast Oklahoma. Where we're at and a little bit further, I'd say. That's where you hear the blending of Louisiana and Texas and Arkansas. Count is 2-0. Pickoff over to second. Watkins is nearly tagged out. He probably should have slid there, but he gets back in time. Nearly picked off. Again, count. They're going to say 2-0 on the scoreboard. I think that's what it might be. I thought he called a strike on the pitch over to Bass. Scoreboard has it at 2-0, though. And that's what we're going to go with for now.
Okay.
Tabor takes a long look at second and delivers. This one's in the dirt. And staying alive, well, not really staying alive, but moving the count to 3-0 is Tabor to Leighton Bass. Another thing, that's just one thing that makes our state so cool, though, when it comes to that. Another thing is how you can go to different parts of the state and you can experience different weather conditions. We're in the middle of all these different kinds of climates.
Go across town and experience that.
Yeah. Okay, so that was called a strike earlier, so the count now moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. As that pitch misses up high, so still hitter's count here for Bass. We had it right the first time, Christy. Go us.
There we go.
Runner at second here for Bass. Buff's trying to score a run to make it an 8-run lead here. Again, pick off over to second. Standing in is Watkins. And like we said, you go towards the Panhandle. It's always cold there, it seems like, because you're right there near Colorado. And the further south you go, the warmer it gets. The further southwest you go, we'll talk about it here after this 3-1 pitch. It's going to miss outside. The throw down over to third. It's Watkins tries taking third. Is into the outfield. Watkins is going to try to go home, and he's going to score. That makes it an 11-3 game. That is ball 4 on Bass. He never took off for first. Now he does. And the Buffaloes, if they can keep the Bearcats scoreless in the top of the 5th, they'll get a run rule victory now. Up come to the plate, Trent Boatwright. Yeah, you go towards southwest Oklahoma, you start to feel like the desert feel, you know, because you get closer towards what? Is that New Mexico? Geography lessons? I think it's New Mexico.
Yeah, it's up that way.
Because it's New Mexico, then it goes Arizona, then it goes Nevada. If you make your way further west over towards L.A. Buffaloes are leading 11-3. Top of the 5th, bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch over to Boatwright's going to miss upstairs for ball 1. Bass has got stolen base speed for sure. He's got 29 stolen bases on the year, which leads the team. The 1-0 will be fouled back into the glove of the catcher, Brame, and that moves our count to even at 1 ball and 1 strike as Boatwright tried shooting for the moon there. He tried to say that was one small step for man and one giant bomb for mankind. Pickoff over to first is not in time. Hard to kind of see the moon where it might be at. It might be behind us. Don't really know. Lights are shining down over here at Mike Peak Field on a beautiful McAlester night. The 1-1. Curveball misses up above the letters, and now Boatwright's ahead in the count 2-1. It's been pretty in McAlester the last few nights. We wanted to eat outside last night. We're about to get some outdoor furniture. We wanted to eat outside last night. I just looked up at the stars. Took a little bit of time, just enjoy it. The 2-1. We'll fill the zone, and that'll be strike 2. It's my favorite time of year, spring ball, because you have football coming back into it, of course, baseball, all the spring sports. People are graduating. Summer's coming up. Favorite time of year is spring. Count even at 2-2. The pitch. Hard hit. Ground ball to the shortstop. And falling down while grabbing it is the shortstop. He throws over to second. That'll be an error. It's dropped by the second baseman, Brame. A great play by the shortstop, Jones. But as he was getting up to throw it over to first or second just to get the easy out, he slipped, then had to hurry it up, and it was dropped by the second baseman. That's going to go down as an E4. And that'll bring up Ethan Gillespie. Gillespie is 1 for 1. He's walked and also been hit by a pitch. He had a RBI triple his last time up. That he had an official at bat back in his first at bat. First pitch to him will miss upstairs, ball 1. Runners at first and second with 2 down. McAlester leading 11-3, trying to get some insurance runs before they try to finish it in the top of the 5th inning. Coming set. The pitch. Fastball at the knees. Good one. Right there by Tabor. Count runs even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Can Boatwright with the sliding brace on his left hand over at first base. So here comes the 1-1. This one will miss down low, ball 2. I was speaking to somebody earlier today, and they said, why does he have a club? We were watching a Muskogee and a Podo game earlier today, and they said, why does he have a club on? And I said, no, that's a little sliding brace. That's something that's been sliding guard, really. It's for people that try to slide into the bases. They don't jam their fingers, maybe break fingers trying to slide into the bags. Yep. It's becoming more common as you're making your way throughout the years. So here comes the 2-1. Taking a big swing as Gillespie misses on the high fastball, and the count runs even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, Deuces wild. Runners at first and second as well. Bottom of the 4th inning, Buffs up 11-3, trying to make it more than that. Tabor kicks, fires the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that will leave the runners right where they're at, but the Buffaloes can end this one if they can get 3 outs without giving up a run in the top of the 5th inning. Again, 11-3, McAlester leads right here on KNED.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Welcome back here to Mike Deek Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes leading 11-3 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. We've spoken about everything from baseball to music to Oklahoma dialect, and now we are heading to the final inning hopefully for the McAlester Buffaloes. The Antlers Bearcats trying to keep it alive, and all they got to do is score one run to move it to the bottom of the fifth inning. If McAlester can get 3 outs without the Antlers Bearcats scoring, then it will be ball game. But the Bearcats have swung it well here in the last couple of innings. They had 3 out of their 4 hits in the previous inning in the fourth. First pitch to the 9-hole batter, Luke Tabor, is fouled straight back for strike 1. It'll be the 9-1-2 batters up for the Antlers Bearcats, and Mullins trying to shut the door. We're going to be having some McAlester Buffalo pitchers and just players in general move their way over towards the bullpen in case Mullins needs some help. Here's the 0-1. Be fouled back again, and I'll move the count to 0-2. Tabor grounded out to the first baseman. Mullins' last time up. As again, the wind is blowing out to left center field. This is one of the few times we've actually gotten to play fully under the lights with nearly no sun shining at all. And I just love seeing McAlester baseball like this. The 0-2. Hard hit ground ball left side. Fielded deep in the hole by Dollins. Backhand. Goes over to first. The long throw didn't get him. Infield single by Luke Tabor. Nearly a fantastic play by Gage Dollins deep in the hole. Showed off the arm speed. And speaking about how the wind maybe shouldn't make much of a difference here today with how it wasn't blowing so hard. If it isn't blowing out to left field, maybe catching that throw by Dollins a little bit, I think you might have got him. But the top of the order up for the Bearcats, the runner to keep this game going is over at first. And here's going to be a high hit line drive left field, and this game might be going as it rolls all the way towards the fence. Martin's going to grab it. He's going to fire it in. They're going to hold the runner over at third, and there's runners at second and third after a first pitch double by Creed Jones. And now from trying to get the run rule here in the top of the fifth inning to trying to just prevent a big inning by the Bearcats is the McAlester Buffaloes. Timmy Paredes comes up. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's got runners at second and third with nobody out. Buffaloes leading by 8. And just like when it came to the Worcester Wildcats back in the previous game, the Bearcats' offense has come alive here in the middle innings. First pitch misses up above the eyes for ball 1. Again, the first 3 innings, the Bearcats had 1 hit, and that was off of a solo home run. And now in the last 2, they have had 5 out of their 6 hits. Here's going to be a foul ball back into the glove of Phillips, and the count moves to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, 5 out of the 6 hits for the Bearcats coming in the last 3 outs. An infield single by Luke Tabor and a double by Creed Jones that hit off the bottom of the wall in left field. Here's the 1-1. Again, fouled back off the glove of Phillips, and the count moves to 1-2. Waiting patiently, I'd say in the jacuzzi. That means not in the hole, but beyond that, Cooper Johnson, who has nearly hit 2 home runs today. He did hit 1, and it was mere feet away from hitting a 2-run home run earlier in his second at bat. The 1-2. Curveball, swing and a miss, got him. And that's going to be out number 1. Big strikeout for Gannon Mullins, as that is his 3rd of the game.
Number 5,
that brings up Isaac McNutt. He's been hit by a pitch and lined out to center. If he can get one into the outfield, this game should continue on. Mullins comes set, delivers the pitch. Curveball way outside. Phillips reaches over and grabs it and keeps the runners where they're at. 1 ball, no strikes. Mullins getting his signs from Phillips, comes set. Here comes the 1-0 to the lefty. Popped it up left side, but not playable. It's going to land on top of the Hughes Fieldhouse, and the count moves to even at 1-1. But yeah, we're speaking about how Coach Randy Hughes was saying after this game, 10 minutes until the start of the next game. I said, imagine being a PA guy and having that kind of power. But I guess when you have the Fieldhouse kind of named after you, you have that power. Count even at 1-1. Here comes the pitch from Mullins. This one will be fouled straight back, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. In Isaac McNutt, 3-hole batter here for the Bearcats. Runners at second and third with 1 down. 8-run lead for McAlester, top of the 5th inning. Mullins, the 1-2. Tries going back to the curveball, could not get the lefty McNutt to swing. Lays off, tells his third base runner to stay where he's at, didn't get too far past him. Phillips, once again, transforming into a wall, and that moves the count to even at 2-2. Mullins, the pitch. Fastball, line drive center field, and this one's going to land in the alleyway and score 2 runs. All the way towards the wall, Bass will pick it up, and that'll be a 2 RBI double for the lefty, Isaac McNutt, and this game will continue. The Buffaloes are leading by 6 runs now, as it makes it 11-5. As Dakota Williams comes up, he is 1 for 2. He is lined out to short and singled. And the Bearcats starting to make this one a game. Again, McAlester led this one 10-1 at one point. And since that inning where McAlester scored 6 in the bottom of the second, it's been 4-1 Bearcats. Coming set Mullins, runner at second, 1 down. He has a throw over to second, and he throws it into the outfield. Bass was playing deep, but again, he's got an arm. He's going to be able to get it in time and keep the runner where he's at over at second. Again, we were speaking about this in the previous inning where the Bearcats scored 2 runs. It's been the middle innings that have really hurt McAlester here this week. Again, McAlester took a 2-1 lead in the top of the 4th inning, as this first pitch is going to catch the outside corner for strike 1 to Dakota Williams. McAlester took that 2-1 lead over Sepulpa on Monday, and then Sepulpa scored 4 unanswered runs to make it a 5-2 win for them. McAlester led 2-0 early, as here's going to be a ground ball left side, fielded by Dollins. He has no play at third, throws over to first, in time for out number 2 to bring up Cooper Johnson. But McAlester led 2-0 on Tuesday against Sepulpa. Sepulpa scored 5 runs before McAlester scored a third in the bottom of the 7th. McAlester was leading in the previous game 6-2, and then a 7 spot in the 6th inning by the Wildcats gave them the win. And now it's been the Bearcats scoring 4 out of their 5 runs here in the 4th and 5th innings. First pitch is going to be a fly ball right field. Freestad jumping in on it, dives for it, can't make the catch. It lands, and that's going to be an RBI single for Cooper Johnson, who continues to be, in the words of J. Jonah Jameson, a menace to the McAlester baseball program here tonight. He is 3 for 3, and he is now a triple shy of the cycle.
For Antlers, number 10, Garrett Bray.
That makes it now 11-6. McAlester is up by 5. Mullins comes set, up to the plate, Garrett Brame. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Brame has flown out to center and grounded out to short. Mullins will look over at first. Here comes the 0-1. Runner takes off for second. Pitches down in the turf, and that's going to keep the runner right at second base. He takes a turn, but won't advance any further. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, McAlester owned the first 2 innings, 10-1. Bearcats have owned the last 2. So far, 5-1. Mullins, the pitch. 1-1, fouled off into the netting. The count moves to 1-2. But the Buffaloes can answer back with a 3 spot of their own in the bottom of the 5th. They can walk it off. But their offense has got to get back on track. They've scored 1 run. They've scored in every inning but the 3rd inning. After that 10 spot in the first 2 innings, they've kind of just slowed down a little bit. Curveball, ground ball down the third base side will stay foul. And we'll keep the count at 1-2 as staying alive here is Garrett Brame. Brame started this game on the mound. He has since moved over to second. As the count is 1-2 on him. He'll dig back in the box. Mullins comes to a pause, looks over at second. Big lead, the 1-2 pitch. Line drive over to the second baseman. Backhanded by Boatwright. Throws over to first in the turf. Digging it out is Mullins for out number 3. Great play, 4-3 ground out. Snagging it out of thin air is Boatwright and making the throw to get the out. But the Bearcats are starting to march on back. They have scored 3 runs here in the top of the 5th inning to make it an 11-6 game. McAlester leading by 5 as we head to the home half of the 5th here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
Best Western Inn of McAlester. Traveling through McAlester or need accommodations for out-of-town guests? Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are both locally owned by the Freestad family for many years. Both offer comfort and convenience at affordable prices. Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are located on the 69 Bypass in McAlester.
So the Bearcats have battled their way back into this game. It's now an 11-6 game. McAlester still with a 5-run lead, but they're trying to shut the door now. If they can score 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th, they can try to end this. It'll be the middle of the order up for McAlester. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters, Gage Mullins, Gage Dollins, and looks like Zach Freestad will enter back in the game. He was playing right field. Dylan Vigorous pinch hit for him, but he re-entered back in the game. Again, the Buffaloes leading by 5. They scored 10 runs in the first 2 innings. The Bearcats scored 1 run in the second. And since then, the Bearcats have scored 5 runs. McAlester has scored 1. McAlester at one point had 7 hits to the Bearcats' 1. And since then, the Bearcats have had 7 hits of their own. They now lead in that hit category 8-7. First pitch into Mullins is going to be a called strike on the curveball, strike 1. Mullins is over 2. He's been hit by a pitch, grounded into a double play, and struck out looking. Here comes the windup from Tabor, and the pitch. This one will miss low and outside, and that will run our count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we've been speaking about wind on and off today. It has come to a complete standstill, those flags over in center field. As the 1-1 will miss down low by the ankles, ball 2. Towing the rubber, Tabor. Came in a few innings ago. Here comes the 2-1. This will miss low and outside, ball 3. Hitters count now for Gage Mullins. Looking for that pitch to drive. Here's the windup from Tabor. And the 3-1 misses down low. And that'll be ball 4. So Mullins reaches on the walk. That's the 12th free pass given up by the Bearcats today, whether it be walks or hit by pitches. And that'll bring up the shortstop, number 1, Gage Dollins, who is 1 for 1 today. He's come up to the plate 3 times, but he's hit an RBI sac fly, a 2 RBI single, and walked in his 3 plate appearances. He's got Mullins at first with nobody out, bottom of the 5th inning, 11-6 game. Pickoff over to first, not in time as Mullins slides in safely. And on deck is Zach Freestad. He was pinch hit for earlier. He so far today, in this game at least, is 1 for 1 with an RBI. First pitch over to Dollins, misses up and outside, ball 1. On the day, Freestad is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He was been walked 3 times today, been hit by a pitch another time, and then those 2 singles, each with the runners in one with a runner in scoring position, the other one was just a single. That one misses, and that'll be ball 2. Buffaloes, I don't think, have had a hit since the 2nd inning. They scored that 1 run back in the 4th as there's a pickoff over to first that's not in time. They scored that run back in the 4th on an error, and then they got over to 3rd trying to steal, and then on the throw over to 3rd, it sailed into the outfield, and that's how they scored back in the previous inning. Bearcats have 4 errors in the game. This one's going to be a pop-up left field. Already playing far off to the left is the left fielder, tracking it down and dropping it in foul territory, I believe, is Williams. So now Dollins will have second life here. That is Williams over in left field. The count is 2-1 here for Gage Dollins with nobody out. Runner at first for McAlester. Tabor comes set. The 2-1. Will miss up and outside. Hitters count, pitch coming up to Dollins. He's got 3 RBIs on the game so far. Good lead over at first by Mullins. Tabor looks over at first and delivers the 3-1. Will be popped up left side again. This one will once again land on top of the Hughes Fieldhouse where many baseballs go to die. And that'll move the count to full at 3-2. You can kind of even see where some of the baseballs are lined up along the top where it rolls down.
Yeah, you can.
I see at least 5. I see at least 5. I think that, no, okay, nope, take that back. I see 8. Just looking along the edges of the Hughes Fieldhouse. Count is full at 3-2 on Gage Dollins. Mullins takes off for second. The pitch is going to be popped straight up the chute. Mullins has got to come back as it goes all the way over towards the concession stand. And Dollins stays alive. Count remains 3-2. By the way, if you make your way on out to Mike Beek, we hope that you can come by for at least one of these games tomorrow. I know that this game is into the 5th inning here. Make sure you go by the concession stand. They got a wide variety of snacks and food. So here comes the 3-2 as Mullins takes off for second again. This one will miss outside, and we got runners at first and second for the Buffaloes with nobody out.
After the walk to Dollins, that'll bring up the right fielder, number 4.
That brings up to the plate the right fielder, number 4, Zach Freestad. He represents the winning run for the Buffaloes here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Instead of playing in front of the runner, the first baseman, Taylor, will play behind Dollins. Spin move thrown over to second. Nearly threw it into the outfield, but what a vertical by Brame. Climbing the ladder and keeping that one from going into the right center alleyway. If that one would have went past him, with the way that the turf lets the ball roll, I think Mullins scores from second. The pitch will miss upstairs here to Freestad. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Freestad has walked and had an RBI double. Buffs leading 11-6. Bottom of the 5th inning. Pickoff over to first. It's not going to be in time. Again, trying to back pick. That is why Taylor is playing behind Dollins over at first. And that's because if he wants to, he can step off and try to pick off Dollins over at first base. And Dollins can't see him since he's playing behind him. Count 1-0. Another spin move, a third pickoff attempt. This one is not going to be in time either. Coming set, Tabor. The 1-0 will hit Freestad, so that will load the bases for Bryson Martin. So the winning run is on the base paths here for the Buffaloes with nobody out, and looks like we're going to be having a pitching change or at least a mound visit. As I'm looking over at Chris Gibbs that is making his way onto the mound. We're going to keep it here for now because we do have a bases loaded alert. And this bases loaded alert is brought to you by Jet Tire Service in friendly Old Town McAlester. They believe that while the Buffs are driving in runs, you should drive into Jet Tire Service for your tire needs. Again, bases loaded. Looks like we're going to be having... I have number 12 that has made his way over towards the mound. I think he's coming in from the dugout, so we will have a new pitcher. We'll take a break. You're listening to McAlester Baseball. Bases loaded, nobody out. Winning run at first here on KNED.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour. We have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
First Family Federal Credit Union. Savings for all seasons. From the traditional savings account to IRAs, CDs, and money market accounts. We have everything to help you plan for your future. Visit your nearest location or go online at firstfamilyfcu.com for more information. Federally insured by NCUA. First Family Federal Credit Union.
right, the Buffaloes have the winning run at first base here in the bottom of the fifth inning, up 11-6 over the Antlers Bearcats. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South George Nye Expressway. Austin Sorrells now on the mound, out of the bullpen here for the Bearcats. Off the field is Tabor, and onto the field is Sorrells. Bryson Martin can make his good day a great day. He's got the bases loaded with nobody out. Buffalo's leading 11-6, bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch to Martin will be a curveball missing outside, and that'll be ball one. And going immediately to go speak with Sorrells is the catcher, Brain. Again, if Mullins, Dollins, and Freestad can come all around a score here in the bottom of the fifth, it'll be game over. Working out of the windup with the bases loaded is Sorrells. Here's the 1-0. This will be a fastball catching the outside corner. Moving the count to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Martin is 1 for 2 in this game with a 2 RBI double. And on the day, he has had just a fantastic day. 5 RBIs. This one will miss down low, and that'll move the count in favor of Martin to 2 balls and 1 strike. So he could end his day with a lot of RBIs. And he's had 5 in the 2 games that he's played today, 6 on the week. Windup from Sorrells, the 2-1 pitch to Martin. This one's a floater that's going to miss up above the eye level, and that'll move the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, we've had 3 straight walks. Well, I say that, 2 walks and a hit by pitch to begin the bottom of the fifth. And here's a 3-1 that's going to be popped over towards center field. Getting underneath it will be the center fielder, Paredes. Coming over from third to home is going to be Mullins. The throw is cut off, and that will make the score 6-12 as the Buffaloes make it a 6-run ball game after the sac fly from Bryson Martin.
Up to bat for the Buffaloes.
And that'll bring up Caden Lesnow.
5, Caden Lesnow.
Lesnow is coming up to the plate, 2 for 3 today. He has doubled, hit an RBI single, and struck out looking. He's got runners at first and second. Freestad still the winning run at first. With 1 down, Sorrells delivers the pitch. Upstairs above eye level, ball 1. Again, not only does McAlester want to be able to win this game in run rule fashion, just to win it in run rule fashion, they also want to starve off the Bearcats comeback, who they have scored 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Pickoff over to second is not in time. Because the Bearcats, again, have slowly been building momentum over the last 2 innings. They have had the last 7 hits in this game. The 1-0 will miss low and outside. Count moves to 2-0. The fact is the Bearcats, they've walked or hit 14 batters, and they've still kept this right now within a 6-run game. 1 down, runners at first and second. The 2-0 pitch will catch the corner. Strike 1 on Lesnow. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sorrells comes set, looks over at second. Big lead by Dollins. The pitch. This is outside, and that will move it to 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Gannon Mullins, who is 1 for 2, has had an RBI single, walked, and reached on an E6. Unless he's going to be getting pinch hit for. I think he's not. I think Mullins is on deck right there. Thought that might have been someone different, as this one will be fouled straight back, and they'll move the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Les now looking for anything close here. A lot of Bearcats pitchers have been living on that outside corner to get some backwards Ks. As here's the payoff to Les now. Line drive up the middle. It's going to go towards the second baseman. Flipping over to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. So they get the force out over at second base. That moves the runner over to third for Dollins. So we got runners at the corners after the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Gannon Mullins.
Up to bat for the Buffaloes, number 6.
So we had the bases loaded here for the McAlester Buffaloes with nobody out. The Bearcats have given up 1 run off of a sac fly, but they have a chance to leave it at only 1 run. Mullins up at the plate. Sorrells delivers. Les now takes off for second. The throw back over to third is not in time. Getting back in time is Gage Dollins. He nearly got picked off as Les now takes second. They're going to call that a strike, so the count is 0-1. So the winning run in scoring position for the Buffaloes if Mullins can drive him in. The 0-1 from Sorrells. It's going to be popped up right side, out of play, over towards the parking lot. And now Mullins is behind in the count 0-2. They've been looking for that hit with runners in scoring since the second inning. They were excellent at it in the first 2 innings, and they've just been waiting on it since. 6-run game. McAlester leads. It's a chance to win it and walk it off if Mullins could drive one into the outfield. The 0-2 drives one into the outfield, right center field, and it will be caught by the right fielder. We're going to keep this one going. Buffaloes had the bases loaded with nobody out. They score 1 run off of a sac fly, making it a 12-6 game. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Buffaloes leading the Antlers Bearcats 12-6 on KNED.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
April is Nissan Car Care Clinic Month. Get a 125-point inspection at no charge. And we'll give you a free market evaluation on your vehicle while you're here. Or if you're looking to trade your vehicle, you can do the whole process from home. Visit BentonNissan.com, select a vehicle, then click Buy at Home. Shop, drive, and buy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at BentonNissan.com.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester.
If you're considering selling or buying land in Southeast Oklahoma, you need the professionalism of an experienced land specialist. Hi, this is Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties Real Estate, and I would love the chance to earn your trust as your land agent. The Southeast Oklahoma land market is hotter than ever, and I'd be happy to talk with you about why landowners trust me to market and sell their property. If you're thinking about selling ranch, timber, or recreational land, or even a rural home, give me a call for a free, no-obligation evaluation of your property. Call Sean Wilkerson at 918-284-1233 or visit my profile page at whitetailproperties.com.
We're heading to the top of the 6th inning. Your McAlester Buffaloes leading the Antlers Bearcats 12-6, as it'll be up to the plate. Looks like it'll be number 1, 7, 8, 9 batters. The catcher, Zach Brame, will be leading it off here for the Bearcats. New pitcher for McAlester will be Jackson Lauerman. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South Georgia Night Expressway. First pitch into the righty, Zach Brame from Lauerman. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. Lauerman has pitched in 8 innings for the Buffaloes this year. Has 5 strikeouts to 6 walks. 300 batting average against him so far, as the 0-1 will be cut on and missed for strike 2. And he starts out this batter way ahead, 0-2. Brame is 1 for 2. He has flown out to left and had an RBI single. Buffalo's trying to halt the momentum of the Bearcats offensively. The 0-2. This will be fouled off, out of play. And the count will stay at 0-2. Again, McAlester controlled the first 2 innings, 10-1. Bearcats have won the last 2, 5-2. It's a 6-run ball game in which McAlester leads right now, top of the 6th inning. Lauerman comes set, and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Welcome to the game, Jackson Lauerman, as he gets Zach Brame swinging. Sit him down, throw it around, 1 down here in the top of the 6th. And that brings up the first baseman, number 7, Ryan Taylor. Taylor has grounded out to short and flown out to short. So, hey, Dollins, heads up. Lefty bat up for the Bearcats. First pitch from Lauerman will catch the outside corner, strike one. Again, Lauerman, the new pitcher in the game for the Buffaloes. Again, another reason why we've been mentioning how the Bearcats have kind of, no pun intended, clawed their way back into this game is this one will be fouled straight back for strike two. It's still McAllister's game. They're still controlling it. They control it by 6 runs, but the reason why instead of 12-1, it's not 12-1, it's 12-6, is because the Bearcats have had the last 7 hits in the game. The count right now is 0-2 as Lauerman will hit this one off of him after a line drive. It's grabbed by Les now, throws over to first in time. That's going to go down as a 1-5-3, but is Jackson Lauerman okay? It was a line drive off of his leg that bounced over towards Les now. He says, I got you, bro, but I really can't help out with the pain right now. Les now kind of smiles over towards Lauerman. Lauerman looks like he's in pain, but it looks like he's going to be okay. But it was a line drive right back from where it came off of the leg of Lauerman and took a bounce over towards Les now. And once again, Jonathan Herrick to the rescue. Goes to make sure he's okay. And he's pointing and said it hit the back of my leg. So he's going to take a few pitches to make sure that he's okay. That's his plant leg that it hit on. And he's pumping in strikes. Looks like he's going to be okay. So official 1-5-3 ground out there. And that'll bring up Luke Taylor. That ball was smoked, too. Taylor is 1 for 2. He is grounded out to first and singled. Lauerman's tough. He'll get back on the rubber. So here's the first pitch. Missing outside. That'll be ball 1. Getting up at the plate, Luke Taylor, 9-hole batter, number 11. Coming set will be Lauerman. First pitch missed outside. The 1-0 will miss down low by the ankles. Ball 2. So count 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the order up for the Bearcats, which has been doing some damage here recently. As Lauerman delivers the next pitch. Ground ball left side. Les now grabs it. What a scoop. Throws over to first in time for out number 3. Les now showing off the glove here in the last couple of outs with a little bit of help from Lauerman after that last out before that. And that'll make it 1-2-3 go to the Bearcats in the top of the 6th. McAlester, again, another chance to walk it off here in the bottom half of the inning. They lead 12-6 here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester. It's no secret the new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes are leading 12-6 over the Antlers Bearcats. And after a stellar entrance from the pen for Jackson Lauerman to force the Bearcats to go 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th inning, McAlester is trying to walk it off here if they can score 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And it'll be the top of the order up for the black and gold. Leighton Bass, Trent Boatwright, and Ethan Gillespie. Bass so far is 0 for 2 in this game. He has walked twice, reached on an error, and struck out looking.
Number 3.
The Buffaloes have tallied up 7 hits. All 7 of those came in the first 2 innings, and since then they have had 2 runs actually since that 2nd inning, but they have not reached it on any hits. They've been getting a little bit of help from the Bearcats. Here's a windup from Sorrells, who came in the previous half inning and worked out really of a jam as it misses upstairs for ball one. Sorrells came in with the bases loaded, nobody out. Buffaloes were leading at the time. That was, I believe, 11-6. As here comes the 1-0. That'll miss down below the knees for ball two. And the Buffaloes only scored 1 run in that situation. So an excellent job by Sorrells to throw strikes and let his defense work. As the 2-0 will skip down low for ball three, because that's really been the problem so far for the Bearcats. They've given up 14 free passes, whether that be walks or hit by pitches. And we could have a leadoff walk here to Leighton Bass. The 3-0. And we will. A 4-pitch walk to Leighton Bass. His 3rd walk of the game will bring him over to first base. This is the 5th time through the lineup for the black and gold. It'll bring up Trent Boatwright. Boatwright is 0 for 2. He has walked twice, flown out to the third baseman, and reached on an error. Pickoff over to first. Bass slides in safely. Boatwright represents the winning run for McAlester. Again, here in the McAlester Shootout, the runner rule is 8 runs after 5 innings. As the first pitch over to Boatwright misses above the letters for ball one. Wind slightly blowing out to left center field. Looking back over at first to Sorrells. He comes set. Delivers the 1-0. Big cut from Boatwright, comes up empty, throws down over to first. Bass is back in time. Count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Ethan Gillespie. He is so far 1 for 2 in his 4 plate appearances. The 1-1 will be curveball, missing low outside. So Boatwright gets ahead in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. McAlester trying to make it 2 for 3 on the day. McAllister's varsity lost to Worcester in a close 9-7 game, but the McAlester JV beat Wilburton's varsity 9-7. As this next one misses low and outside for ball 3. They'll have 1 more game tomorrow. That'll be the nightcap, and that'll be against the Poto Pirates. The last 2 times that these teams played, they scored what it seems like nearly 40 combined runs. The 3-1 will go down low, and that'll be ball 4. So back-to-back walks here to start off the bottom of the 6th inning, and the winning run is again on the base paths here for the Buffaloes with nobody out. That brings up Ethan Gillespie.
Up for the Buffs, the designated hitter, number 7.
So Gillespie has had an RBI triple. He has walked, been hit by a pitch, and struck out swinging. Bass over at second. And Boatwright 90 feet behind him at first base. Nobody out. Sorrells delivers first pitch, fouled back by Gillespie. Strike 1. McAlester, since the 2nd inning, has been looking for that big hit. Who wants it? Count is 0-1. The pitch to Gillespie. Curveball. That's it. It's going to go into the night sky. He walks it off in fashion. 3-run bomb by Ethan Gillespie. Get up, fly high, be gone. Final score here in MacTown, 15-6. What a shot to end this one. Walk it off, sir. Ethan Gillespie makes it 15-6 as he steps on home plate. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. 15-6, the final score in 6. We'll take a break and we'll be having some post-game stats when we return right here on KNED.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnboutdoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Maxxis Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
April is Nissan Car Care Clinic Month. Get a 125-point inspection at no charge. And we'll give you a free market evaluation on your vehicle while you're here. Or if you're looking to trade your vehicle, you can do the whole process from home. Visit BentonNissan.com, select a vehicle, then click Buy at Home. Shop, drive, and buy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at BentonNissan.com.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. If you are just now joining us, then you missed it by that much on an exciting end to this game between the McAlester Buffaloes and the Antlers Bearcats. Ethan Gillespie hit a 3-run bomb into the night sky to kiss us all goodbye here at Mike Deke Field and that ball as the Buffaloes win again 15-6 in 6 innings, implementing the run rule victory. Let's go ahead and let's look at our post-game stats brought to you by Consignment Exchange on Highway 69 South in McAlester. They'll save you hundreds on new beds. See them for new and gently used furniture plus U-Haul rentals and storage units. Visit them at consignmentexchange.com. Starting off with the Antlers Bearcats, they fall to 15-8 on the year. 1 through 9 look like this. Creed Jones went 1 for 3. Timmy Paredes went 0 for 3. Isaac McNutt went 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs on a 2 RBI double. Dakota Williams went 1 for 3. Cooper Johnson went 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, including a solo home run. He nearly had a 2-run bomb, missed it by a few feet in his second at-bat. Garrett Brame went 0 for 3. Zach Brame went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ryan Taylor 0 for 3. And Luke Tabor 1 for 3. The Bearcats pitched Garrett Brame, Dakota Williams, Creed Jones, Luke Tabor, and Austin Sorrells. They struck out 5 batters. They walked or hit 16 McAlester batters today, giving McAlester a lot of free passes. And they had 4 errors in today's game. The offense of the Bearcats totaled up 8 hits. Your McAlester Buffaloes go 1 game above 500. They end that 4-game losing streak, and they improve to 16-15. 1 through 9 looked like this. Leighton Bass went 0 for 2. He walked 3 times. Trent Boatwright went 0 for 2. He walked 3 times. Ethan Gillespie went 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs, including that walk-off 3-run home run. Again, he had the 4 RBIs on the day. He was walked and also hit by a pitch. Gage Mullins went 0 for 2. He was walked and hit by a pitch as well. Gage Dollins 1 for 1 with 3 RBIs. He had a sac fly, 2 RBI single, and walked in his last 2 plate appearances. Zach Freestad went 1 for 1 with an RBI, had an RBI double, and was walked and hit by a pitch. Dylan Vickers pinch hit for him for a moment, went 0 for 1 with the backwards K. Bryson Martin went 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs. He had a 2 RBI double, had a sac fly, walked and flown out to second. Caden Lesnow went 2 for 4 with an RBI, including a double and an RBI single. And Gannon Mullins went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Between Gannon Mullins and Jackson Lauerman, the Buffaloes struck out 4 batters. They only walked 1 batter, and it wasn't even a walk. It was a hit by pitch. So McAllister's pitching staff between Mullins and Lauerman really was filling the zone well today for the black and gold. McAllister defense, no errors. And McAllister gets back in the win column with a 15-6 win as Gannon Mullins gets the win. He improves to 3-2 on the year as the Buffaloes improve to 16-15. So again, the schedule for tomorrow looks like this as the McAlester Buffaloes get right back on track. They will be playing the Poteau Pirates tomorrow for the nightcap, but if you're wanting to catch any more games over here at the McAlester Shootout, you have the McAlester JV and Glenpool JV starting off tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Then you have Rattan and Glenpool at 1, Muskogee and Red Oak at 3. Then McAlester Varsity's final game of the night, or rather of the tournament, will be the final game of the night tomorrow against Poteau at 5 o'clock. That's the scheduled start time. It might start a little bit later. And the final game of the shootout will be at 10 in the morning on Saturday, Fort Gibson against Antlers. Again, the next game that we will be broadcasting will be McAlester Varsity's matchup against Poteau tomorrow night. Christy,
yes.
You got to be on the mic a little bit today. What'd you think? You can speak.
I don't know. It's no different
Good
than
bounce
normal.
back, though, right? You've been keeping up with a lot of McAlester baseball, and you know that the last few games they've kind of struggled with getting a decent lead at the beginning of the game and kind of letting the other team get back into it. They squashed that here. It looked like it was maybe starting to move in that direction. The Bearcats' offense started getting hot, and then all of a sudden McAlester was able to score every run but one and end it in style there.
Getting their heads back in the game all the way through the game.
Yep, and they ended up winning this one, again, 15-6.
Yeah, good job.
First two innings look like some of the best two innings of baseball that McAllister's played this year in terms of really hitting the ball. Again, we spoke about how the Bearcats were giving McAlester free passes, but McAlester was scoring those runs in the first two innings based off of nice line drive hits.
Hard hits.
And they're going to try to continue to do that, and they're going to have to do that, I feel like, tomorrow against Poteau. Even though Poteau has been giving up quite a bit of runs in the games that we've seen. Again, they lost today 17-9, I think, over to the Muskogee Ruffers. They know how to score runs themselves, so McAllister's going to have to make sure that they score plenty of runs tomorrow just to make sure that they can always stay ahead of the Poteau Pirates. The last two games that we played against Poteau in the last two seasons have both been games in which the final score is like 17-13 and 18-13. So
it could be a good game.
It could be a high-scoring game tomorrow. The Buffaloes are hoping to make it a win streak tomorrow to go into their final district series, and that'll be Shawnee next week, Monday and Tuesday. We want to thank Christy. Thank you so much for your help on the board here tonight. As always, excellent job.
Well, thank you.
Tell Michael you do a much better job. Joking, Jersey boy. Joking, Jersey. And also thank you to Austin Sweetweed back over at the McAlester Radio Studios on Electric Avenue for his work tonight on the radio side of things. And a big thank you to our sponsors, First Realty, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Best Western American, Freedom Ford, B&B Outdoor Innovations LLC, Vickers Furniture, OK Tire and Auto, The Bank & A, Fenton Nissan, HL's Sports Shop, First Family Federal Credit Union, and Whitetail Properties, Sean Wilkerson Agent. So one final time here from McAlester, Oklahoma, Mike Deekfield. It was your McAlester Buffaloes 15 and the Antlers Bearcats 6. Until tomorrow when your McAlester Varsity Buffaloes finish up the McAlester Shootout in the nightcap against the Poteau Pirates, this has been Brandon Green saying, Buffaloes win. And don't just have a great night. Have a Buffalo night, everybody.